There we go. Now we're broadcasting. It is the Saturday Night Fights from Armchair Dragoons, and we finished our Napoleonic commands and colors scenario, so we did a little bit of chatting online and decided that we would have a go with part 2 of Eggmuhl. We'll give everybody a chance to look at Eggmuhl. There it is. Tonight we have 2 of the players that played the last time, namely Panzer Day Doug. Good evening.
Good evening.
And we have OJ's dad, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening.
And we also have our now regular participator and joiner, one Jason Patterson. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening.
And so we're all going to get together. And now Jason has never played Blucher before, so I'm going to go under the premise, and I believe it to be true, that Blucher is one of those games that is actually best taught and experienced in the playing of it. But before we do any of that, let me just tell the world that we're here for the 12 people that want to join us, because it is constantly 12 people that want to join us. I've never quite understood, but there it is. All right, well, at least the broadcast is working. That's always a reason for some excitement. But before we do any of... There we go. All right. Wish I could say something more profound, but there it is. Now tagging Brandt. All right, that's up, up, and away. And one last step. Cool. So far, we're the only people watching. Good. We'll be able to get caught up before then. All right. So let's first, before we go any farther, because I know that Jason had asked this question, deal with the issue of what are the conditions for winning and losing, because that's a fair question. Let's see here. Where is my French Army briefing? Why would somebody all of a sudden ping me? Ah. Brandt is informing me that he is pleased by the fact that we are underway. Don't know as that was necessary. He could have just joined us and said so.
We live to please him.
We do. We do. That is our goal.
He's our war. Let's just admit it. He's our wargaming wife, right?
I thought you were about to say he's our wargaming warden, which would also.
Well,
be
that
true.
too. Is there a difference?
6 and 2 3s, really. All right. So the first thing you need to know about Blucher is that each army, and this is more for Jason than for anything else, has a morale level. And that morale level is decreased every time certain things happen. The biggest thing that can happen is every time a unit dies, if that death has occurred by combat, there's a way you can pull yourself off the battlefield and retire. We'll talk about that. But if a unit is killed in battle, that causes 1 morale hit. And trust me, you don't have a lot of morale hits to give. In addition, in this scenario, you can gain morale hits. You can cause morale hits, I guess I should say, by taking cities away. The Austrians, but there is an overall sort of, I guess we'd say, a meta victory level. The Austrians win by holding Roking, Eggmuhl, and Oberleichling. So again, we'll point those out. Oberleichling, Eggmuhl, not chicken butt, no matter what Doug says, and Roking up here. So the Austrians win if they hold on to these. by the end of the game. Okay? Or by breaking the French morale. The French win immediately upon holding those 3 at the same time, or by breaking the opponent's morale. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the, so take for the French players, that's the first thing they're going to want to do. For the Austrians,
Where's the morale tracked at?
the morale is tracked over here on this sheet. The overall morale, where'd it go? There we are. That's what I wanted. Load, please. The French morale at game start, remember I said they don't have a lot, is 12. The Austrian morale at game start is 11. So it's 12 to 11 at start. No one has lost anything yet. As you can see...
Wrong.
Well, what? Go ahead, sorry.
We lost this horse artillery.
Oh, you lost 1 horse gun. Oh, there it is. Where do we put it? Over there. There it is. So right now, we would say, and I suppose I could just as easily write this down, couldn't I? The army morale for the French, over here.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, just FYI, and maybe it's supposed to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the French chart. Is that where the morale's at?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Because it isn't on there.
Yeah, it's no, there is no number on there. That's the thing
Right, okay.
That's the thing I'm going to fix by doing this.
Oh, I don't even see a sheet.
Yeah, and that's because
I don't see the sheet either.
Yeah. So what we got to do, I don't know if there's a way to share it between colors. I don't think there is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
need to worry about it.
Yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out here, and I'm going to label it, conveniently enough, morale. And actually, because the French have lost 1, they're down to 10.
No, they start at 12.
The French or the Austrians? Or did I take
The French start at 12.
The French start at 12, the Austrians at 11. That's right. So you are at 11.
I'm sorry, I was referring to the horse guns. Those were French guns, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So indeed, we can say we're tied. Check it out. And for the sake of because I can't see the picture, but I can see. It's interesting. Oh, Jake, you can see that. You can't see this.
I can't see what.
I
can see my chart. Yes,
okay.
I can see mine.
Good. Because I can too.
I can see his chart too.
I can see his chart too.
Okay,
But I can't see the one over here on the white table.
That's weird. That is legitimately weird.
The French one must be somehow
associated with the hidden box or something. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's no big deal.
So I'm putting the morale right there, so we all have it. We can all see it. I will work on that a little bit. It's a good note. All right.
Now what's interesting is what I can't see is whatever all that's sitting on.
Right. I can't either. So that is all quite strange.
I can see the prepared markers. I can see the morale markers. I can see the damage thing. I can see the play aid. Yeah, the whole Gneisenau thing. But I can't see
the picture.
And I can see his green box, which I can't see inside of, but I can't see the picture.
Interesting. I must have.
It's not a big deal. I just thought it was interesting.
It is curious. Yeah. All right. So again, you win. We win either by seizing these cities, or by driving this morale down. All right. So let's see if I've got that. I'm trying to stay sane. There we go. I'm waiting. There's Bayonet. Bayonet can see his chart. Yep. Hey, Mike Orwick and Red Sachs. It's everybody.
Yep.
We already have 8 people. My goodness.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. So.
That's true. You're cheating.
Well,
You're
I just watched the chat.
Artificially
I'm just
inflating
watching
our
the
numbers.
chat. Yeah, that's right.
Why not? So when last we told the story, another thing you should know, Jason, about Blucher, it proceeds in what would have always felt to me like half turns. You said you can see this nice now, so I will pull it nice enough, so I'll pull over here. You'll notice that it's marked with this red marker. It is now turn 13.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 13 means it's an Austrian turn. Turn 14 will be a French turn, and so on. So even though the number of turns is 31, it's actually only about 15 and a half. How's that? So don't get confused by that numbering system in any event. I'm waiting for Beat Cafe to show up so I can say that, yes, it's working, but that's a surprise to save for later. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Play Aid and talk about the way the turn sequence goes. You'll notice over here in the turn sequence that in a usual game of Blucher, the first thing that happens is the information phase, which is to discover enemy units. In the usual game of Blucher, these would come out as blind markers. I am not persuaded of the benefit of those blind markers. I'm just not. And as a consequence, we're just coming out so that information phase doesn't happen. The next phase is movement, where you're going to activate units and move them, adjusting movement orders or momentum, which is mo, until the phase ends. What's going to happen next, since this is an Austrian turn, is that the French, Doug, are going to roll a certain number of dice. Because we are past the 12th turn, the French now get 5 dice. Okay. The Austrians, because they just weren't quite as well put together as all that, we get 4 dice. So Doug is going to roll 4 dice. He's going to get a number. We won't know what it is. We are then going to be able to activate our units in 3 different ways. The first is by core. In order to activate by core, you have to be relatively close to each other. So you'll notice like these boys here are all 4 core. They can activate, and every one of their activations, and these are their guns, each of their activations costs 1 point of those Mo dice. We get to move all of them. Okay? And only
That's
then...
1 point per unit,
per
by the way.
unit. Yep. And only then do we say, Doug, we just spent 4 points. Are we finished? He will say yes or no. If it's yes, we activate again. The second type of activation is by individual unit. It's where you're done moving by core, and now you just want to grab this unit or that. Each activation by individual unit costs 2 of those points. And then finally, there is leader movement, which, given our absence of Charles, doesn't help us all that bloody much. Regrettably. So we'll stick with the first 2. So, as I say, Mike, what do you want to grab? What do you want me to grab? You tell me.
Oh, let's see. Doug's rolled the dice, and we don't know how many points we have, right?
Have you given us dice rolls, Doug?
I have indeed.
Oh,
Yep.
Thank you.
So we don't know. Well, here's what I'm thinking, Jim.
And why don't we, well, you guys go ahead, and then Jason and I can talk about dividing up the French.
Sure thing.
All right.
So what do you want me to grab first, Mike? You tell me, and we'll figure it
Why
out.
don't we figure out what to do with our cavalry up here?
I just think we should
Okay.
pick. We should kind of pick core.
Oh, pick what?
Pick the core, because we've got
Okay.
the 4 core, we've got the 6 core, 3rd core.
Yeah.
These poor advanced guard gets out here who are part of 3rd, and then we've got our dog Charles with these grenadiers coming through the weeds.
Yep.
So I don't know. You want me to? It seems to me we got 3 and 4, which are all over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then we've got. Where did 6 go? There they are, and then we've got 6 in the reserve over here. So that's
why don't we try and strain out 3rd Corps first?
All right. Let's do it. So, third core. So, Doug, you gave us some numbers. You want to try to sort these boys?
Yeah. So what I was thinking, Jim, is if we can get one of the artillery up to here in between these infantry.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause are we in firing range with these infantry yet?
Infantry fire, a great question to ask because it'll help Jason too. We look over here and we discern that infantry fire is 1 inch for volley or close range, 6 inches, so it's 3 inches for volley, 6 inches for skirmish.
Yeah, and we're just outside of that.
Measurement,
center of the base.
Measurement, Jason, is center of the whole base, so the join between the two, out to the nearest point. So, God bless you.
Excuse me.
And we are within skirmish range, if only barely. That fellow is. But remember, he's also in difficult terrain, which is going to cost us.
Okay. So what I was thinking is taking the first foot artillery and see if we can't get them in line up here.
Let's see here. We have
The second brigade.
We have
so I think it might be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps quicker
Mm-hmm.
if we assigned a people corps, and other than agreeing on objectives, people fought their corps
Agree.
and didn't talk about.
Yeah. So you
What
want
they're trying to do? Okay, that's fine.
So Mike, you want to grab which ones you want to grab? You tell me.
Okay, how about if I take third corps, which is here, and some of them down here in the village back here in Eggmuhl. No, Eggmuhl.
Yep. So you want to grab
And I'll take these.
So you want
Yep,
to grab.
I'll grab all of third corps to start with.
Okay. And which other
And
corps?
then might as well just grab fourth, and that will leave you everybody else. So basically, we'll just set the dividing line. Say here.
Yeah, you've got 3 and 4. I've got 6 in the reserve. The only thing that differs when you play multiplayer, which is what we're doing, is I'm pretty sure you would think. There we go. Yes. So the way this works, each player, so you and I, Mike, are going to take one activation and moves those units. Okay?
All right.
So you're going to do one activation. Then I'm going to do an activation. After each player on a side has taken one activation, the active player whose current Mo is the highest is checked against the Mo limit. Then the passive CNC informs whether they go on, if they may continue, if they may play another round. The process is repeated until any active player's current Mo equals or exceeds the limit.
Okay, so run that by me again. So let Mike takes an activation.
Yep.
Then you take an activation.
Yep.
And then we check to see if Mo's exhausted.
Yep.
Okay.
So at a minimum, we each get to move one unit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
A player may pass and choose not to take an activation in a round. That does not preclude him from taking an activation in a subsequent round.
What I'm actually really interested in is it hot pokers or dry ice that your wife is using to torture your son?
Jason, which is it?
I have no idea.
He seems to have had many better days. So
He's joined us to tune it all out.
true.
Right.
All right. So Mike, you take an activation. Go.
All right.
Who you gonna activate?
So can I rotate these guys here and not move them at all?
Yep. That is an activation, though.
Yep.
Yep. One.
Okay, so you're doing a core activation or not?
Yes, a core activation. I'm sorry, I did not specify.
Of
these guys right here.
Of the third core up here.
Yep.
Okay.
First division. Yep.
Them fellers.
Okay.
All right. And can I get this?
Don't grab them all.
You need to do that. Nope, I did that by mistake.
You're going to have to measure.
Yep. I forgot.
Yeah, because they're crossing...
Remember, they're crossing a river, which means, and this is something for Jason now, whenever you hit a river like that, in this case it's actually a stream, when you hit a stream, you have got to acknowledge that you're using difficult movement, which means he's only going to be able to move 3 inches.
And how do you get the ruler or the measurement to show up when you're moving someone?
The way you do that is you grab the unit, left click and hold, and while continuing to hold, press the tab key.
Okay.
Can you get clear? Unfortunately, Mike, you're not going to be able to get clear of this guy unless you're going to move this guy too.
Yeah, and that's what I was planning on doing.
That's fine.
Was rotating them this way, which counts as a partial move, right?
Correct.
And so I get, is it 3 inches still?
3 inches.
But I cannot swing. I cannot rotate them back 90 degrees. Again,
correct. You have taken your one move. You've taken your one rotation for the turn.
Yep. And so I'm going to leave them right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then these gentlemen here, I'm going to move. Am I still in rough terrain for 3 inches here?
Nope. Not until you hit that river. Now you are.
Yep.
All right. Actually, let's do something here just a little bit different. And I'm going to hit the river sooner, but that's okay. I'm going to rotate them a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
And but I still get 3 inches, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll just go there.
All right.
And then I get these lads at 3 inches with a slight. Back. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. So.
And then these guys did not move here at all.
Which guys are? These
guys.
guys.
These gentlemen.
All right.
Yeah,
so it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doug,
right.
can I activate somebody?
Well, you get to no matter what.
Oh, good point. You're right. I get to. I'm gonna activate 1.
You get to play.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes.
I didn't know if you. Yeah.
The weird
Don't forget,
thing.
I had this cavalry sitting up here, hanging out here in the wind.
What do you got? Oh yeah. Is that mine though? That's yours.
Yes. No, that's yours. That's 4th. Well,
I thought you were 3 and 4.
I guess. Well, they were actually part
you're
of
3
these
and
guys.
4.
Yeah, you're 3 and 4.
Well, I guess they were part of these guys over here at the beginning.
Well, but they're 4th core.
They're 4 core.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, you've got some 4th core.
Yep.
See, these guys are 4th core as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead, Jim.
We need to get this sorted out, don't we? 6 core. So we roughly have all the Frenchmen on the planet coming for a party.
Oui.
Say that. You say it like it's a bad thing.
I do though. And
actually, it's
just the very idea
of
of
fear of their women.
Jim playing a Germanic force.
This is so horrifying to me.
Possibly an epoch-ending event.
Not wrong, my friend. 12 inches for these jokers, but we're not going to do that. That's imprudent.
Amazing how long Austria managed to keep the empire together.
Yeah. So this is 4 and 2, so this is 6.
It's just nobody wanted to hang out with the Hungarians.
Tell you what.
Yeah. And that they could never figure out how to get the rest of the Germans under them.
So pretty much this is how this shapes up.
Started
Don't do that.
Started reading the 7 weeks war.
It's interesting how useless roads become.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after that strategic movement, they kind of don't matter anymore. Because you have done deployed.
You are ployed, Home Slice.
Mm-hmm. Silly as that sort of is, given where these guys are.
Yeah, you'd think they'd still be hoofing it. But they're not. Instead now we have, so Mike moved 5, I have moved 7. That's a total of 12, Doug.
Indeed it is.
Can Mike move something?
And Mike may.
Oh, Mike, you may move a core now. Or you may make an activation.
All right. And I can activate just one division or one unit, right?
You can,
Correct.
but then
It costs you 2.
And you may not go back and then activate a core.
Okay.
Once you do that, you're in individuals.
Right.
So when you activate a core, though, are you activating only a portion of a core that is together?
Correct.
So in other words, okay.
They have to be within a base width of each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I activate these 2 cavalry together, is that considered a core or 2?
That is a core activation. Yep.
All right.
Oh wait,
So
hang on.
Go ahead and do.
Hang on, beat
go ahead.
Cafe.
But they're not.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But they're not a base width apart from each other, right?
Who's that?
A base width is this direction.
It's 3
or
inches.
This direction?
A base width is 3 inches.
Okay.
Point to point, 3 inches. This is fine. These 2 guys are within a core activation distance.
Yeah.
Now, Beat Cafe, check it out. Check it out. I did this just for you because you were awesome and did this. Look at, bam. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy about that. That's well done. All future Commands and Colors games will be modified with the Beat Cafe die roller. I don't know when you would roll 9 dice in Commands and Colors Napoleonics, but I'm not here to judge. All right, so I make that go away, even though it's very cool. But oh, no, I see what you did. It says you did it. You bunch of losers.
It's like fireworks.
It is.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, now it's gone. All right, so Mike, you said you were gonna. You were activating this Hussar regiment and this Chevaux Léger regiment. Right.
And
Now
want to rotate the Hussars.
Remember,
go ahead.
You are stuck by. Is that? Yeah, you're stuck by this guy.
That's the guy I want to charge him.
Yeah, 45. Can you turn 45 degrees and still hit him? Yes, you can. That's pretty obvious. So give it a pivot. It's about a little less than that. Nope. You're gonna have to turn less than that. There you go. Straight ahead.
Okay.
No conforming. Bonk. Got him.
Boink.
Okay.
I figured I couldn't get him out of the way of line of fire, so you might as well just charge.
That's
right?
not crazy talk. And
No,
then
not in this day and age.
45 degrees. You gotta measure. Gotta measure.
Yep.
And this is obviously
I remember.
difficult, so 6 inches. But you're gonna have to probably stop right there anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think you're going to get any
No,
further.
and that's fine. That's all the further I needed to go anyways.
Oh, all right, so that is another 2 to a total. Oh, that's right. I get to go now.
Yep,
right.
you get to go regardless.
I did that.
You got
Oh boy. So 3 and 4, and I've got 6 in the reserve.
I didn't realize I left you so few units to take care of.
No.
No, he's got quite a few. They're just all in a pretty column at this point.
Yeah, those grenadiers will be fine when they bother to show up.
Right.
Yeah, right at the moment, they're not doing what I want them to do. But that's that. Well, they are. They're marching. That's what I told them to do. All right, I'm going to order this core right here.
6 core.
Yeah.
Okay, now these, 6 core. Right. Now this artillery of here
Yep.
is 4th core.
It is? Oh, wow. How'd that get mixed in there?
Don't even ask me. I wasn't here.
You moved it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, we're going to need to get that. Well, we'll see if we can get around to an individual activation, but All right, so what's going to happen first is here at Oberleichling, Fuzzy Pants is going to prepare.
What does prepare mean?
Prepare is a number of things. In town, it means you become a garrison and are much more difficult to root out. If you do it out on the fields, it means basically you're getting ready to receive a cavalry charge. Put another way, out in the field, it's forming square.
Okay.
There's no ridge lines here, so... Boop. 1, 2... So inelegant, but what are you going to do? Squeaky, squeaky, excuse me. Gotta leave him enough room. Demand straight ahead movement, that's really the problem. Well, within the spirit of the rules, you can see my intent. So, Doug, Mike moved 2, which would have put us at 14. I moved 15, 16, 17, and 18.
You are kaput.
Via kaput.
All done.
All done. So Mike is now obligated to roll for our friends, the French.
And we are on turn 14.
You're on turn 14, which means you are entitled to, Mike, if you would please roll for our friends, the French, a total of 5 dice.
We get some.
Oh, that's right. No, I keep forgetting.
Oh.
I forgetting. It's not.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're shooting and meleeing. There's
shooting and meleeing,
Yeah.
and then there's reinforcements, and then we get mo dice.
Yeah. So first things first is shooting. Do we have any shooting?
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Can you see inside the green box?
I cannot see inside. I'm going to try to go into.
I got some dice that are like ghosted from last time that won't clear.
Yeah, just move them out.
Just put them on the table. I'll
Yeah.
get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
So now comes the shooting part, and we do this in order because fire units that did not move may fire.
There's one right here. Can fire.
Yep.
Can't fire
But
into a town.
do they have to activate though?
No.
That's right. They're just firing.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're right. They can't fire into a town. You do have. Let's see.
I have these gentlemen
guys.
right here.
Yeah, those fellas here did not move.
Now these guys only rotated, but that counts as a movement, correct?
Yep.
Oh,
They pivoted
Yeah.
or wheeled. Okay, so First Brigade here. Shooting at
First Brigade current Elan 6, but I believe that difficult terrain cost you a teensy weensy bit. 6 Elan modifier. Shooting because it's 6, but it's at skirmish range, so it drops to 3. Any other penalties?
Shouldn't be.
I guess not.
any bonuses?
Nope. You get no bonus. So 3 dice, Mike. You need 6s, and you're shooting right there at von Reckberg.
Got 1.
Nice shot.
Yep.
So we go into von Reckberg, and we mark him as having a current Elan of 5.
I'm going to clear this real quick.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to put those aside.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I was grabbing the right ones here.
I shall make some vanish, and now they are gone. Look at that.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Well done.
4
So-
over here too, Jim.
You got one somewhere?
Yep. Over here.
Sorry. I don't know why I'm being stupid. Oh, there they are. Thank you.
Yep. And here's the others from
Got him.
my hidden box. There's
Got him.
2 more coming. There's less too.
Got him. All right. So.
All right.
So we had shooting over here again. Von Kaiser fired over here at von Reckberg, caused a single damage. Well done. Who's next?
Got some guys over here, the Liechtenstein boys.
Oh, they've all moved. Oh, wait a minute.
No,
I'm
they
sorry.
didn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
They've been
Yep.
stone cold stuck.
Yep. Their current elan is 4. They have skirmish and attached artillery.
Okay, so the skirmish doesn't do them any. Are they at skirmish range? No, they're at close range. So that doesn't do them any good. But because they are at skirmish,
The attached artillery does.
Yep. So that gives is that a bonus or a extra die, Doug?
It's an extra die.
Ooh, win shooting a plus die. So that is 7 dice. 7 dice, and you're firing over here at von Hugel, correct? Mike?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's going to be 7 dice. No, you have a current elan of 4. So your current elan is 4 plus 1, 5. 5 dice looking for 6s.
None.
Pew, 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 pew. Nothing at all. All right. These guys.
All right. Yep.
They got a shot.
Shooting.
Yep, they do.
Shooting here at the
Light
Württemberg
cav.
Light Cavalry.
Yeah.
Current elan
They are
is 5
they-
skirmishers, but they are undersized too. So I think that
That only affects melee. So closest here is they're still. So the skirmisher here helps because your current elan is 5 rounded up to 3. It's halved rounded up to 3. Skirmisher gives you a bonus. 3 dice. You need 6s, but 1 5 counts. Oh wait. Skirmishers don't count against cavalry, so only that
Correct.
6 counts. I remembered this
All right.
time,
Yep.
but that's still a 6. So their current elan is now down to 2. The Württembergers have been much shot at by these naughty skirmishers.
All right. So
Anybody
that's those
else?
guys shooting.
They're done.
This artillery here, and we have to remember we only have limited number of shots in this game.
Yes,
artillery.
Jason, that's a point. You'll notice when you mouse over this artillery unit, it's got a series of numbers, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. Every time you shoot, you lose the leftmost number. When you're down to your last one, you might as well get them off the battlefield because they can't hit no more.
Okay. And those are the number of dice that they roll?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, they would. Do they have a shot? I don't think they've got a shot.
No,
I
I
don't know
don't
what
think
they'd
they
be.
do.
I don't know what they'd be shooting at.
Yeah. Nope. And I'm good with that.
All right, these guys all move.
And these guys right here from the fourth.
This
fourth-
gun here though has a shot. If we wanted to take it.
Yeah, I think we'll hold it for right now.
All right. Those guys obviously.
These guys over here, 2nd Brigade. Do they have a shot?
Where are you? Sorry.
Right here.
I should think. Nope. They're outside skirmish. 6 inches.
What about these guys over here, though?
That's a shot. That.
Yeah,
is
they could hit those guys.
That's a shot.
'Cause they could hit the 105th.
Yep.
Let's hear.
So a line of
Yep.
6 attached artillery, but they are undersized.
That's only affects melee, but they have attached
Right.
artillery, so it's 4 dice looking for 6s.
Yeah.
Nada.
Oof. Nothing at all.
Craps. Not even craps.
Not even craps. Not even the
Alright.
dignity of craps.
Yep.
All right. And that
All right.
leaves
I
us,
think that's all
with-
my.
That leaves us with a melee. Very exciting.
Oh, there's one there. Oh, this melee's. Let's see. Over here, these hussars over here
Yep.
on the far left. Also, right?
I'll let the better among us try to pronounce that name. The Hussar.
What melee do you think you have
Yeah.
besides that one? That is not a melee.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, you got to be.
They're not in contact.
And you would have had to have activated them for it to happen.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
So.
So melee.
Yeah. So we've got a current elan of 6 on those boys versus a current elan of 6. So it's 6 to 6 base. 6 dice both ways. Melee is an interesting creature in this particular game. Let's see here. We look at our modifiers. We allocate dice. We know what those outcomes are. Infantry and cavalry both roll their elan. There is no flanking. There is no infantry versus cav. That's right. Then we go here. No shock. There is no entrenching. There is no difficult terrain.
Yeah, this is infantry versus cav.
It is, but that only affects after.
Right.
Now, the thing that matters, the only thing that matters here, the way and this is for Jason, it's a bucket of dice system. They're both going to roll 6 dice because that's their elan as modified. No modifiers. They're both looking to roll 4, 5, and 6. But because Doug was not prepared, he has to re-roll all his successes. And we're trying to measure who gets the more successes. So 6 dice for each of you, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3 sixes and a 5.
I only had a whopping 1 anyway.
I was going to say, did I see just 1?
Yep, you saw just 1.
And you have to re-roll that 1.
And he got
huzzah! Huzzah for the 33rd line.
Yeah.
But
he got there.
It was 6, Mike. Yeah.
Yes. I got
You
3
got
6s and a 5.
3 6. Okay, so you got 3 6s and a 5, so 4. The difference is
3.
He loses the difference. The crazy thing is, because of the way these rules work, unless he's destroyed, which I don't think he is.
Oh no.
No. So your elan is now 3. Let me just fix that real quick. Current elan 3. Your elan is 3. Mike, you lose. I believe it's 2, or it's 1. He loses 1.
1. Yep.
He loses 1. But because the way this system works, he's the one that has to go. So you've got to go back 2 base widths. So you're going to have to swing back through these guys.
All right. Do I rotate and face the other way, or
you face towards him, but you've got to go back. Oi.
Yep.
Good distance.
Oh, well, that's 6.5.
6.
Yep.
You got to go back 6.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you are.
Right there. All right. There we go.
Your fellas didn't much care for that. Yeah, because one of the things I love about Blucher, it respects the fact that infantry will hurt cavalry if it's not very, very careful. I like that. And this here, infantry does not retreat, whether it won or lost, attacked or defended.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting stuff. All right, so that was a melee. That's how that works. It's really that simple. So those guys buggered off over there. These guys did take some damage, but they stood. There was a lot of shooting, but I think that's it, right?
I think so.
We have no reinforcements.
Okay. We don't?
No, we don't.
Oh, you guys don't?
Yeah,
right,
no,
right.
Your reinforcements come in on your turn.
Right.
Oh, no, you got, believe me, yeah, you jokers got reinforcements.
Yeah, we got them coming.
Mike, did I mention something to you, Mike? At a certain point, we have to go. Our point is a fighting withdrawal. Fighting forward for us is an astonishingly bad call. Because
now you start to tell him.
I wasn't going to tell him when I was umpiring. It's like historically speaking, the reason this isn't an utter disaster is because Charles' native indolence works for him. He goes, let's go. Let's not do this. And Rosenberg, who's sitting over here, I think. There's von Bieber. So yeah, this is them. These guys over here do such an amazing job of conducting a shrewd fighting withdrawal that the Austrian army doesn't get crushed at Eggmuhl and lives to fight at Aspern-Essling. So, anyway. Okay.
I've just been cheerfully watching the Austrians march forward.
I understand, and I was not in any position to comment about that. All right, so this was turn 13. Now it is turn
now we're 14.
And Mike, if you would be so kind as to give our worthy foes some dice.
Yep, 5, correct?
They get 5 dice, correct.
All right, there you go.
All right, so Jason, this is kind of what I was thinking. I am certainly open to other interpretations. I was thinking I will take the 7th Corps and the 3rd Corps with Davout. So the forces that are around Unterleichling at this point. And you can take this Provisional Corps and the Württembergers.
Okay.
Hey,
along with Lon.
Just FYI, guys, Esdrabol joined, and he says any unit that has part of their base touching a stream cannot fire.
Yep. Fixing it.
So
that's here. I knew there was something bad about it.
That was this unit here, I think, specifically,
No, it's
right?
this. Yeah, it's this one to this one.
Yep.
He's better now.
One to that one.
So
he's better.
Yep.
So he technically could not fire this last time.
He is all better now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has shot at us, and yet he could not. Very weird.
So when Elan gets down to 0, they're broken?
Correct.
Correct. Now, what you can do, if you are 2 base widths away from the enemy, you can retire the unit, which takes it off the board, so it can't be broken for victory points. And it goes over here in the retired box. It's just not on the battle. It's retired from the battle.
Okay.
So yeah, the Württemberg Lights probably want to get out of Dodge.
That's what I was thinking.
But they're going to have to get 6 inches away, which they are not right now. So does that make sense for a division for you?
Yeah, that works.
If that works for you, and I think it's obvious at this point, but
tell us your secrets.
Yeah, I don't think this is a secret. So your objective ought to be Eggmuhl, and my objective should be Oberleichling.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I don't think you needed an Enigma machine to figure it out.
Wow, that was a pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Awesome.
All right, so why don't you do your activation first?
All right, let's do that thing. I'm going to go ahead and do a core activation with these 3 units right over here.
So you can't do all these guys as well? This whole third
I
corps?
could. Yeah, I could. But I don't know that I'm ready to do much with those 2 other, with 3rd and 4th Brigade.
Okay.
Might be. Let me think here a minute. Yeah, because they're within a base width. I'm just going to activate all of 3rd Corps. That's right here. All of 2nd Division of 3rd Corps.
What if I would rather they didn't?
I'm not sure you get a vote. We have gerrymandered you out of that decision.
Oh my goodness! All right.
The enemy always gets a vote.
There. Ooh, nice. Good pull. Liked it.
Except under Blucher rules.
Right. Okay, Hasdrubal, while Doug is doing this, I want to know what is considered the best way in Blucher from an efficiency perspective to move backwards? Is it to turn on one turn, shoot back, and then turn back on the next turn? That would seem to me to be the fastest. Just because the Austrians are going, not for nothing, are thinking about it right now.
All right, well, he is responding to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he probably hasn't even heard it yet. That's the crazy part about the broadcast. They're a few seconds behind us.
Okay, we're going to have the 15th Light This is a difficult move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, it was straight off the board.
We're gonna fly.
It'd be heartbreaking if they left the battle.
You would break my heart.
Like so.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 108th line, because there ain't going to be enough room.
I give the man 40 square feet of table.
They will all do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to... Remind me what Vigor does? Oh, they get to activate for...
Half. Is it
half.
Not? I believe
Correct.
that is Vigor. He is
Yep,
vigorous.
that is correct. He is vigorous, so Devu, instead of this costing me 5, it cost us 3.
Correct. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. According to Hesdru. Oh, okay. So you get to move straight back, just making a difficult move. You keep facing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, I can live with that. Groovy.
All right. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna turny a little bit.
Red Sax's point: war games are the only place where takesy backsies works. Not wrong. Yeah, we see you up there. We see you up there.
Hello.
Hello. It really is a beautiful, beautiful spot. Did Teo got bit by an ant there, though?
My sister was once bit by a moose.
Mind you, moose bites can be pretty nasty. Was she bit by Oberleichling? No, on her leg.
The Oberleichling moose. the
Damn it.
moose of Oberleichling.
Have you... It was all... What? Somebody had a question or something?
Does it matter where Devu is? Like, is there a span of control of the commander?
No.
When doing activations?
He does have an ability. It's called his command ability. That it's the last thing he can do. He can go into one area, kind of stand there and move everybody around him within, I believe, 2 base widths for 1 point each. It's just sort of him grabbing the standard and saying, "Follow me, boys." We can go over that if you want to do it. That's the only place where that matters if you would want to do something like that with him.
All right, that's second division of 3rd Corps, 3 activation or 3 mo points.
3 mo. All right. Jason, what you got?
So these units over here.
Yep.
I'm sorry, did you say there's 3 points that you used?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
What is PR/1?
That's the provisional corps, 1st provisional corps.
So do they all belong to the same?
Yeah, their PR is its
eighth
own
corps.
No, PR is its own corps.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got 8th Corps and the Provisional Corps, and then you got a whole bunch. You got 2 more divisions, a cavalry division and the 3rd division of the Provisional Corps come in as reinforcements. They aren't on the map yet, so like a third of your guys are on the map so far.
So I kind of want to retire this guy.
Okay. And as was just shared
light cavalry.
As was shared with me by Hasdrubal, that's a difficult move, which means you've got to pull back 6 inches. You have 6 inches to pull straight back.
Well, wait.
Okay.
You don't want to just activate him.
Oh, right.
Because once you do that, you can no longer do core activations.
Okay.
You want to do your core activations first, Then you can do individual activations.
Okay, so if I do a core activation, I can do all these provisional troops here.
For 1 point each.
And then if we still have something left over, then I can retire this guy. Is that right?
Right. And you could do a core activation
Only of
all
these two
these
guys.
Yeah, these guys up here.
But not this guy.
He's more than a base without.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now,
if I understand, go ahead. Hasdrubal is just pointing out that if you think about it, Doug, a difficult move just means you face at the end of your turn, right?
Right.
So move any way you want, pull back, and then face the way you want. That's how you go backwards.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of embarrassed that didn't occur to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
So then I'll activate the 8th Corps up here.
Cool.
These 2 units. And then this guy here, if I hold tab, I can go back 6 inches.
Unfortunately, he's got to go straight. He's got to go straight. He's got to go straight back from his facing.
Okay. So straight back from this facing.
To here, so let's say. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to move him 6. You can move him less if you want.
But he's got to be
trying to get him. Yeah, he's trying to get him 6 inches away so he can retire him.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Sure.
Okay. And then, so this guy can fire on this guy, right?
You don't need to activate him to do that. He'll do it automatically if you don't move him.
Okay. So.
But if you move him, he can't fire.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm back. I stepped away for a minute.
No worries.
Listen.
Okay. So I think that's all I can really do there.
Okay. So we have so far used 5. Can we continue?
Hey, real quick, just because. So, Doug, you moved these 3 here. Did
No,
Deval count as?
I moved 5. But Devu is vigorous, so it only counts half.
Okay, so you moved these 2 plus these 2 plus Devo. Okay, and that's fine. I didn't understand.
Well, Devu does not count. You don't need to spend a point to activate.
Yeah,
Devu.
Devu's for free.
Okay,
he's a leader.
So you move 3 then, right?
Nope.
No, 4. I moved 4.
1.
Or you move 4.
3.
Counts as 2 though.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Then Jason just moved 5. Is that correct?
Nope.
2.
2.
He moved 2. So
and that fella, this fella and this fella.
Right.
Although
so
this
we're
one
up to
did
4
not move.
altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a total of 5.
Yeah, it's actually yeah. So he only moved. He did a core activation, but he didn't move that guy. So he only moved. It only cost him one.
Right.
So we've actually only spent 3.
All right.
So we know we can move,
right?
Because even if we'd rolled all 1s, we'd still have a couple left.
Oh, well, Hasdrubal steps in again. Doug, in a good way, he can retire off this table edge.
Or a neutral edge.
Yep.
Okay. So what do we do with him?
He didn't have enough movement to do that, or did he?
I moved him back 6. And that's
that's it. Yeah, he didn't quite make it. He can.
Okay, his whole body's got to be off.
Yeah, his whole body's got to get off, I think. I'll let Hasdrubal correct me, but that's good to know.
I can't rotate him at the end?
Yeah,
you can. Does that get him? Does that clear him?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. He's right there. Right there. It's fine. I mean, it's not like he's going to get shot at, I don't think.
If he does, you got more things to worry about.
Good point. So, Doug, I think it's you, right?
Correct. Okie dokie. We will go ahead and do a core activation for the 4th Division of 3rd Corps.
4th Division, 3rd Corps.
Which is these boys right here around Unterleichling.
Okay.
And the very firstest thing we're going to do is we're just going to march these guys.
Wait,
Six,
where are you going? Where are you going?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Filthy garlic eaters.
We leave you now. Okie dokie.
Oh, and there it is. Hasdrubal says, any portion of the unit leaves the table, the unit leaves.
Well, there you go.
So this goes, I'm
gone.
moving him now.
Bye-bye.
I'm moving him
To
to
the
a
retired
retired box. So he
That does not count against the morale, correct?
Correct.
Oh, no.
That is why you do that.
That's the point.
Yeah. Fellas, why don't you go?
All right, so I don't see any reason to do much other than we'll just straighten these guys out a little bit.
Hasdrubal indicates this is less stressful than watching his Maple Leafs blow another game.
That's why I started laughing. I read that about the same time.
I dare say.
I don't see any reason to do much other than sit there parked for the time being.
Yeah. Yeah, is that what
By the
you
way,
think?
we're up to 14 viewers tonight.
I see that. And a bunch of people wanted the Blucher.
And why wouldn't they? All right, so that's cleaned up, and that guy's moved out of the direction. So we moved 1, 2, 3. So that was an additional 3.
So 6 total.
One of those guys is my brother.
Who's that?
One that said "damn early retirement."
Yeah.
I sent out the link to my family who's playing Kriegspiel with me.
Oh, awesome.
4. There was actually 4.
Upper crust of a low life. Nice. Nice to have you by. Welcome. Welcome to the sillier version of Kriegspiel, because it has toy soldiers and is awesome. All right, so Jason, you've got an activation.
Okay.
Well, that's that's right. He would have it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in determining range, do you have to? Is there like an arc of fire?
45 degrees.
45 off the front.
Okay, so these guys will be able to fire without.
Yep.
Right, but these guys won't.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
so,
it's 45 off the corners.
Oh.
Oof.
It's dicey.
Yeah, I mean that's
Okay.
I'd say
So I want to activate these guys here.
Yep. Makes good sense.
Okay. So I can rotate them and move them, or
Yep.
right. So
There you go.
rotate them, and I got to move them straight, right?
Straight ahead. Straight as an arrow. As much as you can, anyway.
They can only go 3 or
It's 6.
6.
They can move 6.
So if I move them into
They
a
cannot-
melee,
You cannot. If you are charging, you can move no farther than 45 degrees left or right.
okay. So, and I think I just want to move them out so they're in firing range. These guys. Oops. Just want to rotate these guys around. Now, will they be able to fire like this, where there's interference with these other?
You've got to have a base width of gap, and you don't. Or is it? No, I think it's a half.
So in between here and here.
Yeah, you've got to have a fire lane.
Okay. So 1.5.
These guys are overlapping bases.
Right, and you've got to.
Okay.
You can clean that up, but you've got to clean it up before it's all done.
Right.
Okay. I rotate these guys. Oops. I'm downtown. With them right there.
Now you better hope well, there's no flanking. There is flanking.
I was going to say there's flanking.
So you better hope that if you're going to shoot at those horsies, that you get rid of them.
Okay. Well, that might not be a good idea. But these guys were overlapping, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do something with them, but
just move them back a little bit.
Right.
And these guys here.
Yeah, it's 1/2 a base width is what you need for a pipe. Saying no. Nope.
Okay, so I can't shoot with these guys.
This is only this gap, which I would take to be from here to here, is 1.4 inches.
None of these guys can shoot anyway because they've moved this round.
Correct.
Right. Only these guys here.
Accurate.
Right. 13th light can still shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it right. Hasdrubal says so.
All right.
And Lon has the characteristic inspiring.
And what does that mean?
Inspiring.
Does he have to do something special? Does he have to move somewhere?
Well, first and foremost, you have to wear an exciting hat.
It's very important.
That is very important. However, a infantry or cavalry unit to which he is attached receives a +1 modifier in combat, whether it is on the active or passive side. However, this places him at risk. Which means he can get killed.
So how do I know if he's attached?
You say he's
attached, and you stick him, and basically you say so, and you stick him in a prominent way that would make clear to whom he is attached.
Okay, I'll just...
You don't have to do anything with him.
He just wants you to know you can.
Yeah, I'll just leave him where he's at.
Okay.
All right, so is that all of PR1?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Am I right? Because this guy didn't move and that guy didn't move. So that 4 would be added to your previous.
So we had 2 and 1, which was 3.
Right.
And then I moved another 3 for 6.
And then 4 for 10. Mike, they have now spent 10 Mo points. Do they have more?
Keep them doggies rolling.
Oh my goodness.
Wunderbar. Well, in that case, I feel obligated to activate all of 7th Corps.
All right. That's how I feel about that.
That's exactly the noise that's being made right now.
By all these clowns.
They were already in range, weren't they?
They were, but they were at skirmish range.
Skirmisher range.
Okay.
He's closing to the close shooty range.
Right.
Okay.
Which they now are. Oh, should I be so crazy as to... Not yet. Because these guys can only move their 3.
I was going to say, you do that, you leave some guys behind.
And not being one to pointlessly sacrifice cavalry.
I admire that.
We'll just leave them sort of watching the flank there. So that was 4. That was 4.
4, so we're at 14. Jason, what you got?
So we have more movements we can make.
If you wish
He's
to.
got
I don't. Does he have anybody he can move?
These
no,
guys
because
here.
he activated. He's
Yeah, because he's got to wait
these,
for.
yeah. He could activate those. He'd be a single. Now into single unit activations.
You could do that
okay, and can they move through
as long
units?
as they clear.
Okay, and they can do.
I'm gonna step away very quickly, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
If they do a 45-degree turn. Oops, I gotta take it back here. Tab. How far can they go?
12 inches, but
Okay, so
they've got to be careful around the front of that foeman unit. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, I don't see any reason why you can't do that. Yep.
So can I do a melee with these guys and while these guys are firing on them?
No, the other thing is the center point of your unit. You had no way of knowing this. That's on me not telling you that. The center point right there has to be facing has to go through the unit you're charging.
Let's go through the unit I'm charging.
So it's like right now that unit is facing this way.
Right.
It would have to face that way. Now,
Okay.
you can pivot 45 degrees, but to answer your question, no. If you melee him, which I think you'd be able to do, I don't know if you're going to clear. We'd have to see the physics on it. And you're further up, I think. You're being a little unfair to yourself. Yeah, there you go. If you're able to clear, you're making the choice between meleeing him this way or shooting with this guy.
Okay. But I can maybe move him out like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I rotate him?
If you do it at the end, your movement is limited to 6 inches.
Okay. If I do it at the end. And how far did I move? I wasn't watching.
Take yourself back.
I think it was like 6.3 is where you were at.
Yeah, you were awful
dropped
close. I wasn't going to fuss. I honestly wasn't going to fuss.
No, I wasn't either. I was just saying.
No.
It looked like it was about 6.3. So
yeah, you had tons of space. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can turn it as far as you want.
And this is something that's different than Command and Colors, right? Because here you can move through units, but Command and Colors you cannot.
Right. So it's the Dragoon Commander. Ahoy. So Hasdrubal, are you saying that if you can't, when you say C, are you saying that those units would have blocked line of sight? It's interesting. I certainly didn't know. So anyway, what you were doing, and that's legit. What you're doing right there is perfectly fine.
Okay.
And creating a real situation for our friends, the von Settler Hussars. Celtic Hussars. Okay, so that was actually 2 because it was an individual activation, which I believe takes us to...
I am returned.
Hello. He moved the von Stettner Hussars, Light Cavalry Brigade, out here for 2 more.
Okay, 16.
16.
We got nothing left to move.
Yeah, I think you're all set.
Excellent. What about these guys back here?
Where?
These guys moved. The
Yeah.
horsies.
Yeah, the horsies didn't.
No, I could do a. I could move them. Or I could try and rally them. I'm going to try and rally that cavalry.
All right, so now we're going to have to remind ourselves what that die roll is. I think this is where we even... there it is.
Assuming we have Mo dice. We're at 16. Mike, can we still activate?
Yes. You're at 16? Yes, you can still activate.
Okay.
Yep, you need a 3 or better
Okay. On 1 die.
on 1d6.
All right, and this is going to cost us an additional 2.
2.
How about them apples?
Pierre decides to persuade them that perhaps they should go back and fight. I adjust their elan to 4.
Okay. So, Jason, you've got an activation now if you'd like.
Well, I have nothing else other than somebody's already been activated. Can't move again, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think you guys are.
I think we're done.
I think you're pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I could bring up this commander to inspire these folks who are gonna fire on these.
But you can do that for free no matter what.
Right.
Okay.
And I think is inspiring combat only? I think it is.
Yeah, I believe it's melee only.
Oh, it's just melee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Combat. Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I got nothing else then.
Shooting. What shooting do you have?
All right. Jason, you got any shooting?
I think he's got a bunch actually.
These guys here and these guys here.
Who do you want first?
I want to get rid of this cavalry.
Bet you might. Okay, so that's the they have 7. They have skirmishers, which don't count because that's only at long range. So 7 dice, and you're looking for 6s.
Shoot them in their fashion.
Shoot them in the big meaty pots.
All 6s.
That'll hurt.
Ouch.
That's 1.
Actually, it's just 1.
Just 1. Still. Takes him down another notch to 5. Okay. And now these boys. Von Hügel. They also have skirmishers. What's the range? The range to the nearest is they're inside skirmish, so that doesn't count. 5. 5 dice looking for 6s.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothings.
Okay. Other shootings?
No shootings there, my kinder.
Do you have
all right.
shootings here? Yeah.
I get a shooting there. That's it. Because
Yeah.
everybody else moved.
You have 1 shooting, and that shooting is 3.
Correct.
Is 3 dice looking for 6s.
Do you have more water bottles for your guys? Yes.
There's 1.
Ooh. A plink. He needs a current elan. Stutterheim. Okay.
Yep.
That's
Everybody else moved, so
Yeah. And you have no melees. I didn't see any. All right. This now takes us to the reinforcement phase with one of those really 3+. He remembered. I had no doubt you would, Hasdrubal. This now takes us to the reinforcement phase. We are currently on which turn, Doug?
14.
14. So you have already brought in Marola, correct? That's the one you brought in last turn. So he's in. You may now bring on, if you wished, both.
Yeah, he's up here.
Yep. You could bring in.
Actually, Jason, that was a guy you could have moved.
Who's
Oh.
This is one. That's one of your boys up here.
Oh. I thought that was the enemy.
Yep, that's one of your guys, and they are beautifully positioned for a rear charge on the Hussar Regiment number 3.
Can I still do that?
as much as
Or is that
because we are gentlemen? Yes, you may.
all right?
There's nothing we could have done about it.
So,
It's just straight ahead. Nope. Or you can turn if you
Nope.
wish. It doesn't matter.
45, yeah.
It's a 45 because you don't conform. You just strike me where you just strike where you strike. When I say me,
you go.
I actually mean because I think these are your guys, Mike, right? Yeah. 3 core.
Yes.
Yep. 3 core.
Yep.
Okay, so their current elan is 5. The current elan of these lads is 6. So we start out at a base of 6 to 5, with Jason rolling 6 and Mike rolling 5. But I suspect, oh, there it is. The defender is flanked, which means he must re-roll all successes. That is dreadful.
Nice.
Not for us, it isn't. No other modifiers. This is, again, looking for 4, 5s, and 6s. So, Jason, you'll roll 6. Mike, you'll roll 5.
Oh,
Okay,
nothing.
so you got nothing?
I needed a
you
6.
got-
No, 4,
One,
5, 6.
you got 4. You got 4,
Oh.
dude.
4, 5,
Yeah.
and 6.
4, 5, 6.
And I got
Yeah.
2.
You got 2, and you
I
have
need
to
to
You got to re-roll them.
You got to re-roll
Yep.
both.
And got 1.
Okay, so you got a total of 1, and Jason got a total of 4.
Correct.
Correct. So we go here and we first say that's a difference of 3, which bumps his that bumps his elan to 2. You, Marula, have to take a hit of 1. All right. And I do believe that horsey unit is going to have to run away.
I'm gonna have to run away.
Defender outcome. If not broken, then retreat. If attacker, take 1 fatigue. Yes. All right. So a retreat for him is going to be off that way.
How far?
It's 6 inches.
6.
And this is a retreat, so you look the wrong way. Yeah, center him up on the road, I think. There. You may not pivot, though.
Okay.
Well, that's a win.
But you can sit there and look threatening at that light infantry.
Yeah, they're not happy about that. That's a whole lot of not happy.
That might be the reason I entered those guys at 4 last time.
A cunning plan.
Almost as if there were a strategy.
Almost as if. So with Marula, but you had other guys queued up behind him, did you not?
Well, we've got this whole, the third of PR, and then the first cavalry, Carabiner Brigade.
Let me have a look here. Oh, that's right, because Marula is by himself.
And by himself.
Yeah, he comes in by himself. You now have Morand, who is Lacour and Louillet. Okay.
They're already on.
So you brought them on too. Okay.
Yeah, we've had 2 turns of reinforcements.
Okay. The next then is you may bring in, if you wish, Goudin, who is Petit, Boyer, and Dupelin.
Okay, so that's 3rd Corps. And they come in, where do they come in?
I'm just checking to see here. Dupelin. Where's Petit?
Pete's right here.
There he is. Okay. Oh, man. This is a house full. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. Yep. So now you've got a house full. And where do they come in? This is the part that is a really neat feature of the game that Ross McGee and the crew at Old Meldrum designed. If you bring Goudin in, who this is, if you bring them in now, they come in at 3. Your next turn, they'll be
here.
The next turn they'll be at 4, then at 5, then at 6. So if you wait for them longer, they come in a more advantageous position.
Oh, that's Jim.
Yep.
Look at the comment there from Hasdrubal. Retreat across an unengaged edge. In this case, he retreats through his front edge.
Across an unengaged edge. So even though, I get it. I guess I get what you're saying, but because what he's saying is you're engaged essentially.
It'd be more this way.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can certainly understand that. So it's essentially here. All right.
I like that less.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get it. I get it. I suppose I'm always worried about whenever you get a retreat rule, I always am worried about the tactical situation so that you don't get nonsense. These guys know where home is.
Right.
You know, and running towards the French is not necessarily a good plan. But you're right, it's the unengaged edge. All right. There it is. All right. So the question is to you, Jason. You can bring, and you're bringing on a boatload of guys. You're bringing on all these guys and all these guys.
I think I prefer to wait one turn and bring him in on 4.
Yeah, I think that's, if not, and I just thinking about it, you can talk to Doug about it, if not 5 or 6. Because when they come on, they get one move that we would call their super move once they're on the board, where they can move a ridiculous distance. Now, I don't know as you're necessarily going to want to do that here, just depending on your tactical situation. But
and Jason, keep in mind that roking is a victory point as well.
Yeah, keep in mind, Mike, let's talk about this, that we've got nobody sitting in roking.
Yep. I'm already thinking about that.
Doggone it. I had other plans.
And Eggmuhl is definitely an objective, but if there's nobody in roking.
All right. So you guys are going to hold off a turn. Cool. All right. Well, that takes the turn marker to 15, which is a nice a good, worthy Austrian turn.
A sausage-smelling turn.
A sausage-smelling turn, filthy garlic eaters.
So we're up to 15?
15, yep.
Correct.
So if I can trouble our French friends to give us some Mo dice.
I have done such a thing.
All right.
Mike,
Jim, if you want to go first this time, or do you want me to go?
Here's my thought. Let's defend this line of Eggmuhl.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Back up the bus, as it were. Handle that.
Yep.
Handle that, and I'll deal with it. And remember,
I didn't know if we
remember
if
what
we want to take
Hasdrubal,
one of these units and break them down here to Roking.
No, I'm gonna send. I'm sending. There's a part of me that wants to fire some grenadiers that way just to teach them manners. Just given the quality of the troops they're about to throw at us. Also, by the way, let's not neglect the fact that he's going to be coming on with not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 4 brigades of cuirassiers. And by the way, one of these freak job carabinier jerkbags. So I've got this impulse to pull these guys and just shoot them over this way. That Hasdrubal taught us. You can make a difficult move. Just go face any way you want, or just move any way you want, and you got to go straight initially. But as long as you're making a difficult move, you can face any way you want at the end.
So I guess what I'm thinking is move the artillery back here to the hill.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right.
Difficult move. 3.
3?
Yep.
3.
Just
and
like
I think that
work.
facing's probably pretty good right now, or do you think I ought to face him?
I think that's money.
Okay. And I can leave these... Well, I'm trying to think. Do I want to leave these guys in the village to go ahead and prepare now? Or
I think
treat everybody else...
Back the whole bus up to defend the river line, but then whoever is last gets to hold Eggmuhl.
Okay. So these guys here, the ones that are in Eggmuhl right now, what do you think about right here? Or the artillery can't shoot over them?
Can we shoot over from the tops of hills?
I don't know.
All the time we played Blucher. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever had to deal with that.
Tried to fire over the tops of hills, artillery.
Probably not. These hills aren't very tall.
Well, actually, these slopes are serious. That's the crazy thing. These were nasty. Ask my wife about these hills.
I was just looking at it from the profile. Yeah, I was just looking at it from the profile. That's all.
My wife has a very strong opinion about these hills. It is not a subtle opinion. Especially the main battery that was over Unterleichling.
You got up there to the top and you said, "What hill?"
Right. No. I was behind her. Center point, any point partially within frontal. It may not pass over the heads of friendly or enemy units on lower elevations.
Okay. So I think for now, then we want these guys. Do we want one infantry up here on this hill too?
Oh, yes is my answer to that question. Because remember, he's got to stop the minute he hits this river line.
Right.
Unless he crosses.
So say him right there?
Yep. Yeah. Nope.
Or just leave him facing
no point
the way
facing
he
that
was.
way. There's no point facing into the city. Because that's pure blocked. So face out this way.
But just leave him.
I think that's
just leave
great.
him facing as is.
I think that's great.
Okay, gotcha. And then these next two units, do we want to take them to this direction of the village?
I would not oppose that move.
All right. So if we go here,
Put you in Mystery Machine.
actually, we can go.
Chicken butt.
Oh wait a minute. Yeah, I can go here. He can cross, but shoot.
Yep, because you're going difficult no matter what you're doing.
Well, I can't put him into the river though, because then he can't shoot.
Right.
So I gotta keep him.
And you can't put him into that town either, or he can't shoot.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to get there this move.
Yeah, it'll take a second move.
Yeah, we're fiddling over tiny distances now.
I'm just going to put him into the village for now, and then
Virtually.
next turn he can move off.
It is interesting that a lot of the castles that play a part in these battles are now senior living facilities. I don't know what to think about
Okay,
that.
so I moved
All right, so that's those guys?
5. Yep,
All right, that's
your turn.
5. Doug, we have moved 5. I'm now going to activate 7.
Okay.
So this first brigade of their third corps, are they considered to be on the bridge, or are they in water?
Those guys would be considered in difficult terrain. That's all that matters. Tactically, at this scale, the bridge doesn't matter except as a crossing point.
Red Sack says the pub owner told his staff to put away the schnapps and break out the wine.
Okay. I'm not going to really disagree with that note.
So you've spent 5, you're spending another 7.
Yeah.
For a total of the 12.
Affirmative. This compels me to do weird vector moves. Probably going to regret this, but we'll find out. You, on the other hand, do not get to go with the horses. You know, you will do this. Thank you. Oh, good lord. I turn you a little bit. No, I turn you a little bit.
Der Grenadier mit der Fully-Hatten.
Hey, expensive.
So I noticed that you're sort of rotating and then moving them, and then I saw that before the other guys were moving sort of laterally. Does it matter?
Which guys laterally?
These guys over
These guys
here.
here, what you've got to do, it's sort of an interpretive thing. If you move 3 inches in this game, you can face any way you want at the end of it, right?
Okay.
So it's... I got to understand that, because to me, because you're down to that 3-inch move. Yeah, no
Right.
overhead fire. When you're down to that 3-inch move, it's where you want more movement that it becomes a more substantial issue.
Okay.
Like, I want to move 6, so
Right.
I get to turn at the start of my move and then I go straight into
And
6
that's
inches
it,
straight
right.
up. That's it. I'm done.
I got you.
But a difficult move, you can rotate either at the beginning or the end,
Okay.
which that's how we've been playing it up to this point. Now, what we just did over here is move anywhere you want, and you can face any direction you want.
I gotcha.
Which is not quite the same thing because
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what's bugging me. That is what's bugging me.
you should have to turn if you're like this guy couldn't really have done this because he could have moved straight back and then done whatever facing he wanted. But what happened was he sort of jigged around and did a 3-inch move, and then that may be okay, but it's not how we've played it before.
In other words, when making a difficult move, a unit has the choice of pivoting the moving army. Yeah, so you can only pivot once. Okay, so then I am going to ask Hasdrubal the question, because this is how it... Oh, I see. They actually give an example of this.
Sorry for slowing down the game with my ignorance.
No. We're clearly ourselves curious about this. Oh, I see what they're saying. That's what we keep missing. It's a perfectly straight line, true, in any direction.
Ah.
And then a rotation. Okay, so what he did was perfectly sliding to the left is perfectly fine. It's like a right face, forward march, left face.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's a subtle thing, but it's right there. I get it now. That's Hasdrubal figuring it out for us again.
If it's a line in any direction, we're cool.
Yeah, and in fact,
that's going to change. That's definitely going to change some maneuverability.
Yeah, because I have all these guys all boogered up because I was trying to
be straight. Yeah.
Right.
Because that's what I was saying earlier. Is, command colors you can't move through units, but here you can, and have to remember that. Oh yeah, I can move through units again. So that changes how you can deal with units.
So what about a simple move?
Let's see.
Is a simple move also?
That's a fair question.
6 inches, any straight line, but you can only rotate at the beginning,
and then move in a straight line only in that direction.
Okay.
Man, how did we miss this? And there it is. Simple move, a summary. May pivot to any direction, move only in a straight line directly forward.
That's why it's simple.
And a difficult, do I have a nice summary of it? It doesn't have a summary of a difficult move. And he actually has a picture of a guy making a retrograde maneuver straight back any direction and then pivoting slightly.
There you go.
All right. We're learning stuff. I love it. That actually makes a boatload of sense, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it does. I don't object to it at all.
No, it's, as long as we're both allowed to do it, right?
Right. So, kind of makes more sense than how we've been doing it.
Yep. We've been and if our solace is it was we gimped ourselves equally.
True, and it was aspirin nestling, so nobody could move anyway.
Yeah, maneuver wasn't quite the thing we'd hoped it would be. So our guy Mike over here moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I moved 7. That puts us at 12. Doug, can Mike move again?
Disappointingly, yes.
Huzzah! Mike, would you be so kind as to move again? A core activation, perhaps.
Yep, a core. I think it's going to be 3rd Corps up here with 1st Division. See if we can't get them swung around here to do some things. So, I think what I want to do first is just rotate these guys around here to face the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then we said that we can move these guys straight back and not have to...
Correct. 3 inches.
Get them... And let's see, are they still going to be in the river?
You're at 2.9. Scooch from that last decimal.
So go just
mine
a little
says
bit.
3.
Nope, I got...
There you go. Now you're good.
Oh,
now
okay.
You're
too much.
1.
There it is. And you're
now
clear.
you're good.
You're clear. Stay there. Let them go.
Okay, I'm fine. All right, good. Then these guys, I'm going to move them straight back.
You're not going to clear.
Yes, that's 3 points, right?
Yeah. He has moved 1, 2. This one and this one.
2.
Right, this will be 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't do that. You're not going to get them clear.
Nope. But I can at least take them back a little bit here. So the next turn, well, let me think here. I can rotate them
Yep.
first and then go back 3, right?
Yep.
There you go.
We know like you.
No,
Where
no.
to go.
No. It's more than a question of not liking them. There's a lot of those hairy-legged bastards.
They're after our women.
Austrian women?
They're
Nice.
French. They don't care.
Please, we are French. We have standards.
Since when?
And on them you
It's-
have put eagles.
It's not that they are unattractive. It is just that they do not know how to dress.
Ooh, he cannot.
Your grenadiers can give him pointers.
This guy's in trouble here. He can't really rotate around without. Well, no, he can. Yeah, he can do that.
See, now...
There we go.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, that's fine. That's all good. Man, that makes so much more
Actually,
sense.
can I do one? Well, no, he can only rotate 90 degrees at a time, right?
No. Much as you want.
What
Okay,
you
so
want?
I could go ahead technically and front him that way if I wanted to.
Mhm,
Right.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, there
So
we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's how I count it.
And Jim, do you have any more units to move?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, heavens,
yeah.
yes.
Well, either way, you still get to move again.
Yeah, I get to
right?
go. So
Right.
but I'm just waiting for you to be done.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't have anything else to move from that core.
All right.
All these other guys are 4th core.
These boys, highly complicated stuff right here. Ready? Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Somebody's got to do something with that gun.
But you got to move as an individual.
Yeah,
'cause he's
that's going to be
far
an
away
individual.
from the rest
Well,
of.
what I'm going to recommend, if we ever get to that point, other than the fact that they would just fire, if we ever do get to that point, you got to move that gun back to 4 core, wherever 4 core is hiding out.
Yeah,
That's
up
why,
here, back here, maybe at
That's why core integrity
over here.
matters. So anyway, Doug, that was 7 plus 3 more for a total of 10 more. I'm
Which
good.
you got value for your money because you really only had 1 point to spend and you got 10
Nice.
points out of it. So
Nice, Rich. That was
you're
rich.
done again.
We're done again, but we've actually now look at this. Look at this, Mike. We formed a line.
We did.
A line is formed. There it is. All right, how about some shooting? Let's start over here. Who gets to shoot? I should think a lot of people get to shoot. Really? No, maybe?
Yeah. Well, gonna have to shoot with these light guys. Your Wurtembergers.
Those are mine?
Well, mine.
I thought so.
Sorry.
I thought
That's
those were
third.
yours. Yeah. Current on is 5. What's the range? It's
3.
inside. It's inside. So skirmishers don't help. 5 dice looking for 6.
Attached.
Oh, they've
Yeah,
got
the
attached
attached
artillery.
artillery.
Yep. 6 dice look.
No, it's
no.
4. Their current Elon is 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at your guys. What's wrong with me?
Yep. So
Current
5
on is
dice. Right?
for 5 dice looking for 6s. Looking at your word.
1.
That counts. Takes him down to 4. All right, next.
All right, and these guys I don't think can shoot at anybody.
No, they're going to be pretty well blocked, I think.
Yep. There's nobody that they can shoot at.
All right.
These guys all moved, so
Yeah.
they can't shoot.
Buttload of moving right there.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing there.
Yep.
Guys can't
And
shoot
these
out
guys-
This von Waldag did not move.
of town. Oh, yeah. You're right. He did.
Oh, yep. I'm sorry, I was referring to 3rd Corps here,
yeah,
but
but that shot.
4th
that
Corps, he
shot
can
right
shoot.
there. He's under. But he's got. What's the range?
5.
5-1.
Again, make sure you're measuring from center point. It's actually 3-7,
Yeah.
but it's still long range. So
Right.
3-4 for 6s.
1.
Nice.
Von Reckberg.
I accept this mighty pew pew.
Does our artillery here have a shot here?
Let's have a look. I'm always open to the prospect.
A nice flanking artillery shot?
No flanking and artillery shots, but that's still a shot, I think. Yeah, pretty comfortable saying that's a shot. If we want to take it. It's 5. That'd be his first shot.
Mm-hmm.
5 dice.
I think we might as well take it, don't you, Jim?
Yep. He's at long range, so you can pick your target. Yeah, sooner or later we got to start shooting at these clowns, right?
Yeah. So 5?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, because that is long range. I know it's not halved or anything. Artillery penalty. No cover, no concealed, no obstructed. Nope. So it's 5 dice looking for 6s. No bonus.
1.
Got one.
And he loses one of his shots from his
I'll
artillery.
handle that. Current Elon. And we'll mark off an artillery shot right here. So he's down to... This next one will be a 4. Cool. All these guys moved. This gun here. That's a shot if we want it.
I would say hold on to it just a little bit longer, maybe.
Because remember,
Just because of how...
nothing else is coming this way. This is it. This is
Right.
that whole flank, right?
Yeah.
This is the clown car that's about to come piling out onto our left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, does this look right? This really does look right. Not happy about it, but it looks right. All right, so there's
Well, I guess
all
what I didn't know is
Uh-huh.
on this artillery,
Yeah.
at some point I can get him to fall back here. For the rest of 4th.
Well, he's got
Holding his shot,
You know,
but-
he's kind of been clustered up over here a little bit. He's gonna keep shooting. You know, the other thing is we got to think about getting these guys out of here, these chevaux de guerre, because otherwise he's gonna shoot them to ribbons.
Oh,
True. Maybe.
Yeah, no. What does he strike you as benevolent?
No.
Okay.
ever? Ever?
Come on now. You've met this man. Stop it. It's not in his nature. I'm just admiring because this really looks great. I'm very pleased with this. Okay, I think that's it for us, and we certainly don't have any melees that I can discern.
Nope.
All right, so we got no reinforcements. So we plow ahead to turn 16, which we know to be a French turn. Mike, will you be so kind as to give the French some mo dice?
5.
Rather than having separate lines.
All right.
Oh, that's not bad.
There you go.
Yeah, that isn't bad, Hasdrubal. I think I will do that. He's suggesting we put in brackets the current Elan. You can do that.
Yeah, that works.
Well, I'll know what that means.
Ah.
So, what's the what, gentlemen? What are you doing?
Sounds like he may have done this once or twice.
Not only has he done this, but he's a man of good suggestions.
All right. So we're turn 16, is that correct?
That's an affirmative.
All right. Okay, so I guess I go first.
If you so choose.
And all right then. I'm going to activate the 4th division of 3rd Corps right here that's around Unterleichling.
Very good.
These 4.
Yep. We see them, yeah. laughing at your house names. Oh, please come closer. Please. We will welcome you.
This guy is... Look at this. Ah!
Hooray! He's
No,
dead.
I'm completely flipped over. Stoppen that!
Want me to do it? Hang on a
See,
second.
they drank schnapps instead of wine, they wouldn't have that issue.
All right. 1 second, please. There you are. Now be nice to your soldiers. What's the matter with you?
Well, this is going to be a simple move, so... Or a not simple move.
Difficult move.
A difficult move. So I can move any direction in a straight line.
As long as, you know... But you can't... Yes, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it can't. Just got to remember he's got that 3-inch thing out in front of him, but you're not in front of him.
Right. So I can do that.
I think that's right.
So yeah, so there's 3 there.
Fun
that we
to
spent.
see. Jason, you're up.
All right. So these guys are gonna shoot here. So I'm gonna activate this.
This whole party bunch right back here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Groovy.
So these guys, I think, are gonna get a little bit out of the way.
Just remember they can't shoot if you do that.
Right.
Yeah, but if I move them, then I get to shoot these other 2.
True.
True.
Right. So
Yeah,
these guys will get to shoot,
Yep.
and they'll get to shoot.
Yep.
That clears a lane.
Mm-hmm.
These guys can shoot.
Those guys can shoot. So these guys here, I might as well move them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can rotate them.
That's exactly it. This is the wisdom we have been taught.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these guys can shoot. These guys can shoot. These guys can shoot.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So that actually, in terms of activations, is 1, 2, 3.
3.
So these guys moved, and these guys moved.
Oh.
And these guys.
These guys have stayed still so they can shoot.
Right. Those guys did not move.
Okay.
Yes, 2. These
2.
guys moved,
Yeah.
and these guys.
So Doug,
Yeah,
you
correct.
had 3, correct?
I had 3, so that puts us at 5.
5. Mike, do they have more than 5?
Yes, they do.
All right, Doug, you're back at it.
Very well. I will go ahead then and activate the entirety of 7th Corps.
Oop, it is the itinerant hobbyist. He has proven himself itinerant by visiting us.
Indeed, he has.
Good evening and welcome.
One wonders if he has an itinerant hobby table.
Ooh, does it come with him? Good question.
Yes, a wheeled table, or perhaps given the season, it is on skis.
Yes. He has a sledge.
Right.
Hold behind us, snowmobile.
Yes. Would be most appropriate. So I gather you are activating the 3rd Division 8th Corps, or 7th Corps?
Correct.
Oh, you just looking for a fight. You're just looking for a scuffle.
Oh yes.
That's what I see. Nothing but trouble is what you want.
That's us.
This cavalry is activated too, right?
Mm-hmm. It is. Just gonna have to bear in mind that 3 inches, Doug. Yeah, you're inside it, so you. Well, all it means is you just got to go forward.
Right, which they were doing anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think their intentions were other. Your silly knees bent running about that fencing behavior.
Okie dokie.
Well, that was, you had 5. Now you have moved 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is the score. Jason, it's your turn.
Yeah. I think I will activate, well, this cavalry unit here.
Okay.
And charge.
Yep.
Do you want to get those guys, or do you want to get these guys? Because these guys only have an elan of 2.
So, but these guys.
Oh, do you have to
flanked.
go after the nearest one now? In a
I-
charge, you have to.
These guys are flanked, right? So what's the
Correct.
benefit of a flank?
I've been asked many questions simultaneously, all of which I respect. They are all good questions. There is a the charge. Who may charge whom? It can charge unit that it can see, that it can an illegal move. Yes. Okay. Charging move may pivot. I'm sure that center point passes through that unit. Must obey the rules for interpenetration. May pass through any except impassable. Does not reduce. Okay, that's fine. Stops. A unit making a charge must attack the enemy unit that constitutes the greatest threat. The closest unit that you can legally attack is a greater threat than the one farther away. A unit whose front edge you can legally attack is a greater threat than the one whose front you cannot attack. If either is mutually...
So these guys over here, since I can attack their front, they are a bigger threat than these guys who have presented their flank.
Correct.
Okay, so if I turn...
And you're going to turn one... You're going to have to turn another... yeah, you're fine. That's fine. There it is.
So charging them then. Okay.
I think that's legit. Legit.
And that's 2.
Yep. So that took us to a total of...
I believe that's 12.
It was
3
yep.
and 2 for 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 made 10.
Yep.
And then 2
For 12.
is 12.
How they doing, Mike? Can I keep going?
You can keep going.
Son of a biscuit.
Very well then. Okay, let's go ahead and
Christopher Christopher Benda. Not a familiar name to me. Welcome. Hi. All right. So what's up?
all right. So let's activate. All right. Light cavalry brigade down here
I
for
see
2
them.
points.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do with them?
Well, they're gonna go.
Well, if you activate this whole core, can you retire these guys?
Yeah, they're different.
No, they're both
Unit.
third. They're both third core.
Oh, they're both
They're both-
third core. Yeah, so I'll just do that. I'll do the core activation here.
All right.
Yep. And retire these guys.
All right. You'll throw them on the retire pile.
Yep.
Cool.
Because they're just tired.
Well, no, actually, they're retired. That's the crazy part.
Twice. They're
Right.
tired twice.
That's how tired they are.
Yep. These guys turned around and are now going to move. Actually, they would get 12 on a simple
inches.
move, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They're going to go that far so they can look down the hill and make raspberry noises at you.
Groovy. So that is 14. And up here, yeah, I saw your red hand where it was looking.
Go get them.
We still have movement.
It doesn't matter. You get to go.
You get to go anyway.
Okay. So these guys will charge.
Oh, boy.
Kaboom!
That's pretty clear.
Form square.
Yeah, right.
Unprepared.
Yeah, there was a time for that. But this is not that time.
There was a time for this. This is not that time.
I was thinking wrong game, but
Don't you have to ask me to form square? Yeah, wrong. Let me get our beat cafes die. Okay, so there's that. That is 6. That's it. So that's 16. Mike, can they keep going?
no, they are done.
They are done.
Damn.
All right. You are finished. Shooting behaviors.
All right. There is a limited amount of that from my guys, though I believe there may be some.
Certainly you've got it here.
I got here. I got here.
Oh, look at you up there on that hill.
Yep, but we really want to go ahead and shoot the horsies first.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Jason, you got anything you want to shoot at?
I want to shoot these horse.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. Yeah, let's go from right to left.
Right to left. All right.
Yep.
So where to begin?
These guys here.
All right. So those guys, that is long. That is skirmish range, otherwise known as long. They have skirmishers and attached artillery. So it's 6 have to 3, up 1 to 4. They have the skirmishers, which gives a bonus, which means 4 dice. 1 5 would count.
Okay, 4 dice total.
4 dice total.
Right.
All right. A 6 and a 5.
There's 2.
Ooh, that is
two.
rough and rugged. I'm gonna do this here since they already have a current on them to mark it, but we will be adopting the Hasdrubal method shortly. Takes them.
A Hasdrubal maneuver.
We call it the Hasdrubal maneuver. Who's next?
These guys here.
Range is 3-8. We look at them and we say they have skirmishers as well. At same deal. Wow, 4 dice and 1 5 counts.
This unit may not get to have that new format.
Yeah.
A 5.
Oof, it's a 2. He's becoming unalarmed. Next.
And then we have this unit here.
Mm-hmm.
2.7, 2.8.
That is inside. So the skirmishers don't count, but it's 6 plus 7 dice looking for 6s.
7 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
1 6.
Okay. Now, he is fatigued, which means he may not advance on the enemy. He's tired.
All right. So that's the shooting on these guys.
All right, that's all that shooting. Let's make our way slowly right to left. I don't think these guys will move.
Do I do the shooting over here?
Oh yeah, if you've got other shooting over here, let's stay here. Let's stay here.
So these guys.
Current Elan is 4 with a skirmisher. Ranges. Okay, that is
2.9.
That's inside. So 4 dice. Am I seeing? 4 dice with a bonus. So 4 dice, 1/5 counts.
And these light troops are just picking each other to pieces.
1/5.
Yeah, this strikes me as credible. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's that shooting.
That's all that. Now, how about over here? We make our way right to left.
These guys all moved.
Yeah.
What about this melee? Or are we just doing shooting first?
Melees are after shooting.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so here we will have the 48th line.
Oh, yes. So they have a 5. That's long range. So it'd be 3. But they have a 4. 4 dice, 1/5 counts.
Okay, shooting at a von Neustadter. 4 dice, 1/5 counts.
Correct.
And there's one of them.
That bonus is such a huge deal. Oh, now we will now perform the Hasdrubal maneuver. It was great. We enjoyed it. It was better than cats.
Everything is better than cats.
Fair.
All right.
100, the 11th. They're set the 100. Yeah, it's the 111th line.
Did we give the 48th credit for its attached artillery?
We did. That's why they fired 4 dice rather than a mere 3.
Well, we're doing the same thing.
So here again, we
111th line.
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. 4 dice, 1/5.
Yep. On von Neustadter.
All right.
And there's another one.
Done.
Soften that boy up a little bit.
And now we shoot at the horses.
Okay. Yep. So let's start with Gilly's 33rd line.
6. Current is 3. Skirmishers don't matter. 3 dice. 6s.
Yep. Nothing.
Pew.
All right.
Gilly.
15th light.
Ranges.
Gilly's
from
15th
center.
light.
Exactly 3. Says that, am I seeing 7? Yes. 7. What? Jeez, those lights. Who's
Yeah.
that? Oh, it's the 15th Blucher. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
7 dice for 6s. Oh!
2.
2. Nasty. Like I said, he's going to tear him out. Okay. That is all of it, I believe. That is all the
I
pew-pew.
believe that is all of it.
That is
Yep,
all the
all the
pew-pew.
shooting.
We now go to the right again and we look for some melees. I know there are some.
All right.
Which one you want to do, Jason?
So let's do the one from the front here.
Front to front. Nothing special there. Current Elan is 4 versus 2. Ouch. 4 to 2, no flanks. Everything looks pretty straightforward. 4 to 2. You're looking for 4, 5s, and 6s.
Hey, we're up to 18 on the chat now.
So
4,
Jason,
5,
roll,
and
Mike.
5.
you got to roll, Mike.
Oh, I'm
2
sorry.
dice. 2 dice for 4, 5,
2.
6.
Nada.
Ow.
Yeah, that's ugly.
That's a wipeout.
So that's a difference of
That's
3.
That's a wipeout.
That's a gone.
Yeah. So now
Murder.
this one, he drifts over here. To the Austrian dead pile.
Yep.
So now their morale goes down.
Correct. He goes over
Okay.
here to broken
Mo-
units.
Yep, I got
So
it.
that's essentially a victory point for us, right?
Correct.
Right.
That's exactly
Nice.
right. In some ways it's more critical than that because it's sudden death.
Yeah.
If you ever get us down to 0, game's over. You win. Just
So
to
what,
just
what,
now, and you
what are
do
you
have-
guys at now?
10.
Are you guys at 10?
Yep.
Okay.
And you may
Yeah,
take
that's-
you may
that's this
advance
number
and take
down
that
here.
space if you wish. That'd be be a base width advance, base depth advance.
But when I rotate, what's the maximum I can rotate with the cavalry if I wanted to attack these guys next?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to attack them next turn. You got to turn 45. Well, you could. It's 45 degrees.
Okay, 45.
So, yeah. So if
I'm not gonna
I was
advance them.
say if you might be able to get them from 45 degrees. That's I see. The cool thing is, if you've not noticed, that it's one of the things I don't like about Tabletop Simulator. Every click is 15 degrees, but when you're doing stuff like this, it actually helps because you can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no question.
Right.
Yep,
Okay.
you could get him.
No question.
Oh. Okay, so then
Yeah, this is
from behind.
Yeah,
over
this
here.
this is covered. Let me see if I can go into my deck of cards and pull something out. Because boy, he's gonna need it. Jeez, you're at full Elan.
Yep.
This is Elan 6. Is that 5? His Elan is 5. Current Elan.
Oh wait, that was Marolas. He should have taken an Elan hit from that charge that he did last turn.
Oh, right. Why didn't he? Huh. Should have. Yeah, that's
I don't think anybody put that on there.
just marked.
So every time you do a charge, you
Every melee
getting
costs
more
you
tired?
something. Yeah, every melee costs you something, even if you win.
okay.
So 1 for that, but that still leaves him at 4. Now you can rally off everything except the last one. His current Elan is 5, but he's undersized, which cuts him to 4. So this is 4 to 4, and he must re-roll all hits.
All right.
Artillery doesn't help? Man.
No.
Especially not from behind.
Yeah.
2 6s, 2 1s.
Okay, so what'd you get, Jason?
I got 1-5.
So now he has to re-roll his 2 hits.
1 5.
It's 1-1, so that's a tie.
Yep.
In the case of a tie, if the defender's score was equal or greater than the attacker's score, the defender takes 1 fatigue. The defender, unfortunately,
Yeah, you're gonna get bounced.
this is a bounce, and you're gonna take 2. So let's start here with. So you're gonna keep facing him. 6 inches back.
I go back to 6.
Yep.
Yep.
The lights managed to hold you off a little bit, but this does drop you now to 2. And this
Like that.
drops him to 4. Undersized little fella holds out. All right. Any other melees? Is that it?
It's all the melees. All right, reinforcements.
You coming in over here?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So who comes in? All these guys?
Everybody.
Not the cavalry.
Yeah, everybody except the cavalry. Correct. Let me get up the order here. Order is Morand first, then Goudin. But no, you already brought in Morand, right? So
Right.
this is Goudin, whose body we just found in Russia. He dies in 1812.
He's not feeling well.
He's not feeling well at all. This is Petit, Boyer, and Dupelin.
Okay, so these guys over here are duplicates.
Is that the deal?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so who should I delete, Doug? Point at who I'm deleting. These 4?
Wait,
Those
hold on.
guys.
Before you go deleting people,
Sure.
you say 3rd Corps, 2nd Brigade.
It's Petit.
Yeah, look at the names.
Yeah, look at their
Okay.
regimental designations.
12th, 21st, 85th.
There's 2 brigades over here, Boyer and Duplain.
Okay.
All right, so I'm getting rid of
Let's
these.
see these guys here. All right.
So they come in this order. Now the thing is, when they first march on the battlefield, they march 6 inches in. And they have to come from roughly here. They can stretch this way and that way if you wish. You know, they can come here and here. But what you gotta do is you've got to set them up on the table's edge here and show your work. You know, how are they coming on? Are they coming on in a column? Are they coming, all that stuff.
Okay, so let me rotate them around here. They come on in this order, you said?
Yep.
Right? And then they come in 6 inches from the leading edge or from the trailing edge?
From their leading edge.
Okay, so
basically
if I tighten,
edge.
I need to tighten up their formation then, huh?
Well, what I would do actually is just move Pettit on,
Right.
and then just put
And
it
then line everybody behind him.
Line everybody behind
I
him.
gotcha. Okay. So bring him in 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're not coming from the table edge.
Where am I coming from?
You're coming from center. You can come
Yeah.
you can come, but 6 inches should be 6 inches, right?
Well, but in this case, it isn't.
You're out here. That's 6 inches.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And then cue everybody up behind them.
Yeah. Every other time it would be, but since there's you got to measure from table edge here, it does make a difference this one time.
Thanks, Itinerant, for stopping by. Yeah, you have to. Oh. So even if you pivot, he's got to be in that. You got to be able to see him. I get it. Okay. What Hasdrubal is saying is this guy will not be able to charge this guy.
Okay.
He's got to be in that 45-degree arc before you turn.
Ah, that's true. That makes sense.
Okay. I think they're all on the board now.
Groovy.
Okay.
There they are.
Look at what a nice job Marolaz is doing screening.
Yeah, he is. That and these jokers are turned with their backs the wrong way. It's like, do you think these guys... So, Hans, do you think the French will come behind us?
Nine! They would
fine.
never come there!
Nine, we are very good skirmishers. Look at all the fighting. Oh, God.
How very Austrian.
Oh, God. All right. You're on the board. That is it. And so that takes us to turn 17.
It's entirely too much work to turn around.
Yes. Look, you sausage-eating git. Oh, heavens. All right. So
now I'm hungry for Schmitz down in Columbus.
There you go. So, Doug, you have given us some numbers?
I have not, but I will contemplate doing so.
If you would, please.
I have made that thing happen.
There have been numbers. Mike, you're up.
All right.
I'll go make some more tea. I'll be right back.
Good plan.
Oh, which third corps first up here, the first division or the second division?
What's this? This is third corps.
Which division should we take?
Oh, I see
Go
what
ahead.
you're saying. Well, look, at this point, our dear friend Doug is in your grill.
Yep.
The problem is
Yep.
you've got 2 guns that can't shoot at him.
Yep.
Remedying that seems to be a primary concern. Further,
Yep.
making sure you're defending this river line properly is a concern. Otherwise, these guys can fire away mad. We got a nice little firefight going over here.
Yep. So what I'm thinking is pulling these guns back out of the river here,
Yep.
straight back.
Yeah. And then
Pulling these guns. Go ahead. But let's do this. So we activate the first division first. Okay?
First Division, Third Corps. Here we go.
Yep. So these guys stay.
Yep.
We're not moving them.
Right.
These guys I'm going to leave put so they can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll make sense to. And these guys are just going to come straight back. It's probably far enough.
Get their wheels out of the muck.
Yep. So that's them.
Mm-hmm. So that's actually just one move.
Yep. These guys Can I move them straight to the left or?
Sure can. That's what we figured out, is that you can do exactly that.
Go that far? Keep them out of the muck. These guys, they can rotate a little bit and then move.
Nope. That's what they.
No.
Well, as long as they can do that, if that's the only rotating you do.
Right. I mean, so they can do something like this.
That's legit.
Okay. And these guys, I know they'll still stay in the muck.
Yeah, but they.
I don't know.
Believe me, they would much rather be in that muck than stuck in that bend of the river with the rest of the whole freaking French Third Corps crashing down on them.
Right. And move them straight back there.
Yeah, they're
All right.
They're a much bigger fan of you now than they were 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so how many we had? 1, 2, 3, 4 moves?
Correct, these 4.
Yep.
Oh, did Von Kaiser move?
These guys,
I
no.
think he did.
Nope.
No,
He
no.
was specifically left there so he could shoot.
And Fiery did not
so-
move either. So
4.
Yep, 4.
4.
All right, so you've burned 4.
4.
Jim, your turn.
Here come 4 more. Infantry are not fast.
Mm-mm. Not deployed in line, they're not. Or in some sort of battle formation. One assumes those guys are actually in attack column.
Right. Heavens to Betsy there.
Though I don't believe the Austrians were using attack column in 1809.
Aren't they? Well, they've got their battalion mass sorted out. So they're probably coming in something like that.
Right.
All right, that's got to be my core activation. So to top off Mike's 4, I do 4. That brings us to 8.
All right.
Can
Brings
Mike,
us to 8, so you may continue.
Mike, away you go.
All right. I think down here we'll juggle around the 2nd division some more.
Okay.
Move
Groovy.
these guys to here.
Mm-hmm.
Should I rotate these guns around some?
A little bit. Right now.
Yeah, because right now they can't hit shit.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Something like that?
A little more to the left.
Or good?
Yeah. I can shoot at a lot of
Like that?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I can shoot at a lot
There
of
we go.
stuff.
All right. And we wanted to move both of these brigades.
Well, don't get them too
North.
far. Don't get them too far gone. You know, this guy can.
Well, that's what I'm.
You know, you're.
Well, remember though, the guns can't overshoot the.
You're right.
Can't
Good
overshoot
point.
them.
Right. Good point.
I'm trying to figure out.
It's not bad.
If I move them there. Do I want to move this this other brigade down to here?
Well, remember,
Or
all
do we wanna
he's
keep
got
him up here?
now. He's shown his hand. He's coming here, right?
Right.
So now he's got
Yeah.
horse. He can fool around with the horse. He's not coming into this town with horse. He's just not. So, given that is so, we sort of have That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Sorry, I did not get the ruler grabbed.
Well, you're only going to be able to go so far. So I think.
Yeah. And then these lads can come straight back into the village.
There they are.
Boom.
Right behind the mystery machine. All right. So
1,
that
2, 3, 4, 5. 13 all. Oh no. Well, it doesn't matter, Jim.
maybe
You still
13.
get to
Yeah,
move.
but the 13 count does matter, right? I mean, it's.
Yeah.
This is fine. I will shoot at you. Yeah, I will shoot at you. Yeah.
You have these.
Yep.
Heavy cavalry, if
I'm
you
just-
want to do anything.
I was just debating if those boys... I just wanted to make sure that that was my priority, and I think it is at this point. Zoom.
They have the rocket ships.
Ja, wir have rocket feet. Wir have the equine rocket feet. Got 0.6 left. Perfect. Because this echelon, it's magical. So, to top off the 13, that is 3 more. So we have 16. Doug, can we keep going?
No.
No!
You are done. You are done.
Filthy cheater. I'm going to be Vance and say dirty. You're cheating again.
Indeed.
Okay, so we commence with shootification. We have some, you know. We did not unbugger
Indeed.
this situation. We did not. We did not. This situation remains buggered. But Mike, what do you want to do? Shoot these guys maybe
Oh,
like right there?
Yep.
Their current is 3. Once again, we check ranges. That is 3. So yeah. Attached artillery, current Elan is 3, right?
Yep.
So 4 dice, you need 6s.
2.
Whoa!
Ouchie.
That came out of the blue.
Ouchie.
The Württembergers are taking a whipping.
Yeah, these lights have sat here the entire game. They came on the board, and those two groups of lights have just sat there shooting at each other.
Which is, you know,
No shooting there.
not a terrible surprise, really.
Well, no, it's not.
So you
Then
got
we have the other lights.
Yeah, you want to go there? I think that's
Yep.
where it
Can't
got-
go here against the cavalry, right?
Yeah.
45 degrees.
Oh, I think so. As a matter of fact, I think you have to.
I think you're required to.
Yeah, I think that's greatest
And
threat.
I'm good with that. That's the one I would.
Yeah, I
prefer to
think that's
go
pretty
to
clearly
anyway.
your greatest threat.
All right, 4 dice.
Let's have a looky. You are 4. The skirmishers don't count. The artillery does. So you're at 3. You need 6s. Because your Elan is 4.
Oh,
it's
I'm at 3?
halved. Yeah. 3 dice, you need 6s.
Okay.
Oh, 1 5 counts. Because this... No, it's horses. Never mind.
Right.
So,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
1 6.
It's a hit.
I remembered it just in time. Saved my dignity. Such as it is. Well, you can't say they ain't shooting. How's that? Alright, so we drift down here. Those guys all moved. Yeah, they
These
all
guys did not, though.
moved. Those guys did not. What's greatest threat? These fellas here, yeah?
Probably.
Yeah, that's not skirmish. That is skirmish range. What do we know about them?
They don't have
Just-
skirmishers
Maybe not.
attached.
So 3 dice. 3 dice over here. You need 6s.
Nada.
Nothing there.
And these guys did not move.
They did not.
They have attached artillery with an Alana 7.
One more important. Ooh. That's a...
Big brigade.
It is. And that's inside, so that's going to be 8. 8 dice. Who's closer? It's a close call. I see that as a 2-2. Yep, it's right here. Von Reckberg.
On Reckberg.
8 dice on Von Reckberg. 6s only. Not be a good time.
1, 2.
2.
2 of them.
2.
He did a Velcro roll there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that did some real damage. That did real damage.
Still kind of sucks, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be
All
shot
right.
at that way.
Then,
Volneck,
Yep.
who's closest?
Attached artillery.
Yep.
Lawn
It's
6.
almost certainly over here at the 105th line.
Mm-hmm.
Love those boys. All right, so that's going to be that's regular range. So
7.
6, 7. Yep. 7 dice for 6s.
Nothing.
Oh, well, we had some good
First
rolls.
time you really didn't. Yeah, you've had pretty good firing rolls
Yeah,
tonight.
there's some good fire. Not that time.
How about this first brigade? Can he get a shot off at one of these guys over here?
He's in the water. No,
Yeah, he's in the water.
Yep.
he's in the muck.
All right, so
He's in
now
the
I
muck
guess
and the
we'll
mire.
shoot with the artillery.
You're gonna burn one. Seems like a good use.
Yeah.
Seems like a good use.
Against the 10th
Okay,
Ligurier.
that's full range. So it's gonna be 4 dice inside of. That's canister range, is what that is. Artillery fire. Yeah. How many dice, modifiers in shooting? Is this just a bonus? Yeah. Yes, it is a bonus. 4 dice, 1-5 counts.
1-6.
No, that's a hit. Takes him down to 3. Oh, 4, sorry. And I gotta mark off an ammo. You're still firing 4.
Well,
Check that.
the only thing I got left is this foot artillery over here. From the fourth.
Did you adjust the Elan?
I did on both.
Okay.
Yeah, Lorenz now has 4, and he now has he's on his last 4 artillery shot. Now these, does he have a shot? Not convinced.
I think he's got block.
I think he does.
Okay.
That's,
I'm good with that. Yeah.
You gotta have the 45 clear.
Yep. I would agree with that.
well, you don't have to have it clear, but you've got to have enough of a lane.
Okay.
And I'm not.
Well, then he probably does.
I think he does.
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe.
just gonna go out and see if anybody's yelling at me about anything. Jason, we're getting kibitzers from your relations.
Oh,
Do we want to take? Do we want to take this shot? That'd be our 5 dicer out there.
I'm thinking we want to hold on to it a little
Yeah,
bit
I
longer.
do too. I kind of want to back these guys up, but I do get to shoot with these guys. I get to shoot, not with that
You
guy,
do.
but I get to shoot with.
It just
this
seems
guy.
so weird that you can't shoot out of the village, but
Oh, it makes perfect. I actually like it a lot. To tell you the truth.
yeah. Okay.
Because at this scale, again, the idea is, especially because they're prepared, Von Grill's men are dispersed all through this area. You know, you're not getting volley fire out of anybody.
Sure.
So this is inside range. It's long range. Attached artillery. Current elan is 4. So 2, 3. 3 dice on Herv. I know it's Hervo. 3 dice on Hervo. I need 6s. I don't got none. I don't got none. How about this boy here, Von Grill? What does he think? He's in range. 3 dice. You have decided to stand on that hill. I have decided to shoot at you. To no effect. 1, 2, and 3 is a total of 6. Center to there, out of range. There is no
Add the dice up, divide by 6.
Right. I believe that's all of it. All of the shooting, right?
Correct.
And we have
so.
no melees that I can recall. And we have no reinforcements, regrettably. Ergo, let's advance the turn markers. Turn 18. And Mike, give him some dice. Still got 15 people up in here. I love it.
All right. We have dice.
Alrighty, dighty. Let's get to it. Alright, I will go ahead and
Does the morale have an effect other than the victory point?
Nope. And again, I observe it's I not that I gather, I'm assuming you understand it. I'm just saying that I think it's more important than that because it is so sudden deathy.
Right. It's a breakpoint value, not really a victory point.
Right. Right.
Oh, I don't really want those guys to move. I'm not excited about...
Are you not excited about this artillery piece that's finally got itself sorted out and can point?
Yeah, I'm not excited about the artillery piece that's finally got itself sorted out where I'm within canister range.
Just firing canister.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that.
I don't understand. You have always just been so judgy.
It's that Prussian heritage.
It is. It is.
We're gonna do this.
Can't you just go across the river and take them out?
Well, yeah, I could, except that my elan is 4.
Mm.
And I can't get there in one move. So that means I take another face full of canister.
Which is the best.
Before I close. So I'm kind of going for no.
I'm rolling the die. Oh, he switched around the magic cannonball and it said size point to no.
Right. I think we'll do that, is what we'll do.
All right.
Because getting the 10th light shot to smithereens is just not really on my agenda. I will do this.
Gonna say it. I love Blucher. I really do.
Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, so it was obviously there was a core activation of the 4th up here, and I've moved 2.
A grand total of 2.
Yeah, and until I do a little bit of softening up with fire, I'm just not excited about a melee.
Ah, so if you see our strategy, you will use bullets against us. I understand.
But only a little bit, because I am French.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
Vive l'empereur.
And that's me.
So
that was 2.
Right? Yeah.
2.
Although, this is Nicola, is it not? So it's 1.
He is within range, so yeah.
So it's 1.
It's 1.
It's 1. All right, Jason, you're up.
All right. Rush troops.
Oh boy.
Marching towards Eggmuhl.
You know, for a guy that doesn't know these rules, now, this is the point in which you have. Is he far enough away? I think he is. Yeah, but he'd wind up to do his.
He could do a strategic move.
Yeah, which is going.
But he's got to stop. What, 6 inches out, right?
6 inches out. Yeah.
And this teal color means that I can't cross it except at this bridge point.
You can cross it, but you must stop. It's not merely a difficult move.
Okay.
Yeah, stop on entry.
What is the strategic movement?
Strategic movement is allowed once per unit, and you can't do it once you've activated. So this is your one and only chance to use it.
Okay.
And it would allow you to move, theoretically, I think it's 24 inches? Or is it 36?
Ooh.
It's a huge move. It's a huge movement, but the problem is you can only move so close to me. You know, you can only get so close.
Wasn't
to
it
your
something
foe.
like line of sight or something?
They call
You're right. If it's observed, you can't do that if you're observed, I think.
reserved move. I just saw it. I saw it a second ago. Simple move.
Here, reserve move. It's right here. It says a path may not pass through difficult terrain except by road. Path may never be both visible to and within 4 BW
4 base,
of
12
enemy
It's
unit.
12 inches.
Yeah, and unit is revealed after moving.
Right. So he could move 12 inches. So the point is, you know.
There's 12
He'd
inches.
be better. He may be better.
He'd be
not
better
to
off
use
at
it.
this point with his regular move.
Right.
But that's what it would.
'Cause he'll get what, 6?
Yeah, he'll get 6 for free just if he goes straight. So yeah, he'd come all the way to these crossroads.
Yeah.
So he's
But if I use my I can only use it once, right? The
Right.
strategic move.
right.
Yeah.
And I can't go through this terrain here because this is considered difficult.
Correct. Yeah, that's what the card says. Path may not pass through difficult terrain except by road.
But if I use the strategic move to get me up to within 12, can I then use my activation?
No, that is your activation.
That is the activation.
Yeah, it's only useful. For example, when I first brought, it actually wasn't me, it was Mike. When Mike first brought Charles on over here, back here, he used it to get
Right.
off this edge all the way here.
Okay.
That's really what it's for.
Okay. So then, 6 inches. And if I go across difficult terrain,
3.
then it's 3.
Yep. But it's got to be straight. It's got to be straight ahead.
Yeah, for a
Straight
6-inch move, it's straight ahead.
Okay.
I said last game, it's the hardest thing that I've had to try to get into my head with Blucher. Roads almost matter for nothing. I said almost.
Yeah, there's a limited subset of things. Otherwise, you're in a battle formation and you're not using the road.
Right. I believe that would be Sam's point.
The roads are not super useful for tactical movement.
No, we want them to be because we think that way. But your point is correct. Especially when your formation is,
Yeah,
how wide is a line, a 3 deep line? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
great. Your little,
approaching 150 yards.
right. So your little 20-foot wide road is doing what?
Yeah, I mean, it's a stumbling block is what it is.
Okay. So that's 5.
5, so that's a total of 6.
6.
Pretty confident they can keep going, right, Mike?
Yes, they can.
Doug.
All right. Well, I don't really want to move any of these guys. Though he took more of a hit than I'm excited about. Actually gonna... Okay, so we're gonna activate... gonna activate the entirety of 7th Corps here.
They in range? I don't think they are.
I don't think the horsies are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they are, just barely. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and have Von Reckberg decide that he's
Really? He's had enough of that shooting behavior.
Well, his Elan is down to 3, so he needs to get far enough back out of the way, which he isn't quite yet. So that I
but
can
remember,
rally
at
him.
that point, he.
At that point, he what?
Well, I'm wondering. I was just my thought was interrupted by the fact is shooting also rotate around threat. I know charging does.
Yeah, I mean, he might still get shot at here. He's right. He's
infantry must always fire at the closest. So
right. I mean, but he's back, so he's not going to be.
No, what I'm saying is none of these guys.
Yeah,
can
he's
shoot
not
at
a
him.
target.
They can't.
Right,
shoot
he's
at
not
him.
a target. Right, and I need to get him back just a little bit more so I can start rallying.
Roger.
Now we've got the stupid artillery that's positioned itself. So we're going to go ahead and we're really going to do kind of the same thing here.
Are you? But we made a line just for you.
I know you did.
We thought that was very thoughtful.
I don't appreciate the thought of 2 artillery batteries for some reason.
Oh, well.
Funnily enough.
Somebody's a little persnickety about their gifts.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, seriously.
Like cavalry versus artillery? It worked out so well in the Crimean. What, 40 years later?
Where are your guns? There are your guns.
There we go. So that was 3.
3. So that 3 was added to 1, was added to...
What about these cavalry over here?
What about the cavalry over where?
Where?
Well, they're gonna be out of range on the next
Right. Yeah.
the next time.
Yeah. I moved them.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yep. So
yeah, those guys. I pulled those guys back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, they're out of range for a core activation, but
Plus
it doesn't mean I can't move them.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we take 9 points into Jason's part of the turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know that I really want to move these guys. I want them all to shoot on this cavalry here.
Yeah, no, there's no necessary. You don't have to activate. The only one I would ask about is, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of shooting to do for sure.
How much Elan do these guys have? Oh, current Elan is only 1. So maybe I don't need all these guys to shoot.
Yeah, they're not going to last very long.
So I think I will rotate these guys, and they can march how
And
far?
yeah,
3
funnily,
inches.
there's this
Well, they
beautiful
can move 6 if they
end
move
of a
straight from
row.
there.
And Jason, there's this beautiful end of a line right here
Right.
that they lined up to shoot at my guys.
And I could swing around
You
on the
cannot
next.
because next turn you can, yeah, but then you
Next
can't.
turn.
On the
you
next
can.
one.
Yep.
Okay. Them out. And I don't know that I need. Oops. All right. like that. Okay. So that's 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it for the. I think all these 3 will shoot on the cavalry.
All right. So 8, 9, 10. Mike, can they keep going?
Yes, they can.
Doug.
All right. In that case,
French should remember they have Napoleon,
Yeah,
so
I was
their first
gonna say,
activation
Doug.
counts as 2 MO regardless of how many units activate.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was on or not.
He is on. He comes on. He came on with Lon. And so his stuff, your first 2 activations cost 2 MO no matter what.
Okay.
No matter how many you move.
Total. So 1 per. Or 2 per.
That's a good question.
And
One
Devout
Each
has 1 group activation.
Each activation is 2. And it must be the first activation of the movement phase. So it's 4. You want to make it efficient.
So it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, so my first activation was 2. Jason's first activation was 2.
Correct.
Which is what we have done so far, right?
Right.
Or have we done? No.
Oh, that's right. You did come back.
Done.
My first activation was up here.
Right.
So that was 2.
So that was 2. So I had my first activation was here, which was 2.
Right.
And then
4.
he did this, which is 2, which is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved 1, 2, 3.
7.
7.
And he moved
8,
2
9.
more. 8, 9. So that's where you are.
Right. Which was roughly where we were anyway.
Yeah, it's not too... But Hasdrubal's point is well taken.
I mean, it could... yeah. I mean, there are times when that's going to be a big deal.
If you're in a more maneuvery part of the game, yeah.
Right. What was that about Devu?
Well, Devu is the same thing we've always been talking about, is that he's got that vigorous thing. So his guy...
Yeah, but there was something else that Mike was just saying about Devu.
Hasdrubal just said, and Devu has 1 group activation,
right.
minimum 2 for his core. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I think that's what Jim...
Right. So we've been playing that.
Right. Okay. So in that case... I'm going to do a single unit activation of the 108th line.
Oh, and they're fresh, too. Imagine my shock and not surprise.
And that's all. That's me. So that's 11.
Yep. You got anything else, Jason?
So these cavalry here, these lights, they cannot attack these cavalry here?
These lights here cannot attack them because they were not within the 45-degree arc at the start of the turn.
Okay, so can they move through and attack here?
They cannot because they can't see them.
Okay.
That's what Hasdrubal was saying to me. Had you done that first, they could. And frankly, given
but then I would have lost my core movement.
Correct. Then you couldn't have core moved.
Now, can I just move them, for example, to be closer to the rest of their core?
You can't move them within 3 inches of this guy. That's because he's got a.
That's right. He stops them.
He's going to stop them all the way out. That gap is blocked by these guys.
And it would be blocked by these guys as well,
Correct.
going laterally
Yeah,
this way.
those guys are stuck.
Okay.
They can go back, they can go this way, and they could go that way. They could go this way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they have. They can probably
They
just
got
barely
six. They
clear
got.
that in.
They got six. No, they've got
Oh, they
six
got
inches.
Six.
Yes, they can do that.
Even
Yeah,
though they're going to
si-
pass within 3.
Nope, it's
3
six,
inches of the front.
It's 3
Of the
straight
front.
up. It's like
Gotcha.
this.
Okay. So I can go like this.
That's legit.
Okay.
So that's 13.
14, because it's 2, right?
2. Yeah, sorry, you're right. 14. 14.
Actually, it might be 15, because I'm not sure we counted this guy as 2.
Okay. Do you guys have other stuff you want to move?
I don't.
Jason, you got anything you want to move?
If I try to rally these guys, is that a move?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's their activate. They cannot shoot. If
Yeah,
you
and I got some rally I'd like to do, too. Well,
I'm just wondering.
Well, then
the rally. How does? Go ahead.
well, what
If
I'm
they
saying is
rally,
that-
they're not firing, right?
correct.
Okay, it's either rally or fire.
Yep.
it's an action. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the first
And I think I just want to.
the
I just
first
want to fire.
question we
from
should
now on.
ask is that this guy moved out here, which put us. I'm pretty sure, Doug, you said at 15.
I believe at 15.
15. So, Mike, do they have more than 15?
Yes, they do.
All right. So, Doug, it
All
wraps
right.
around to you.
All right, Puree, let's try and rally.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Not today.
No. So that takes us to 17.
16.
Sorry,
17.
17. Yeah, that's 2. 17. Jason, you got anybody you wanted to try to rally?
I think I would like to try to rally this cavalry here.
They are too close to the enemy.
Yep.
Oh, too close.
Can't be within 6 inches.
Okay. Then
Now,
no.
I would point out that the only other thing you might want to consider is that the 3rd Württemberg Light Brigade is down to an elan of 2.
This here.
Yeah.
These guys.
Now,
Yeah, I was
having
thinking
said
about that. So I was thinking either I take another shot at them, or I retire them now.
Right. That's what it amounts to. I mean, you're likely, because you're only going to be rolling 2 dice now.
Mhm.
So you might whittle him down to 2, but you're only rolling 2 dice.
Okay. So if I just pick him up and
He's
move
gone.
him,
You can move him.
3,
To
He's
he's gone.
retired.
he goes off to the no-zip sorting bin.
Yep.
I'm gonna risk it and fire once more.
All right.
They can always retire after they're a little bit more bloody.
All right. So, any other? So we're good. We're ready to do shooting.
Yep.
Which
And that's
way?
probably the first one.
Right to left. Yeah, there you go. Firing 2. I'm sure they're in range. They're in close range, so skirmisher doesn't count. 2d6. You need 6s.
2 6s, here they come. Ah, so close.
Oh,
Well-
so close.
Wah 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 wah. Who's next?
All right, these First Brigade.
100. The 13th Leger.
Yep, 13th Legion.
They're shooting at. Oh, good
At
lord.
the Hussar Regiment.
Oh,
Rolling 7 dice.
is that right?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yep.
7 dice for 6s. Ooh, giggity.
What?
And
Oh,
it's a complete joke.
Wow.
A complete joke.
May I repeat?
Unsat.
May I repeat? Wah. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's some sad
These guys
trombone
the
shit right there.
30th line. What's the range?
7
on that?
dice.
What's the range? Is that short? No,
3 point.
no, they're not.
Nope, skirmisher.
So that's skirmish range. So it's 6 halved, 3 plus 1,
3.
4 with a bonus. 4, 1, 5 counts.
Yep.
All sixes.
2
There you
sixes.
go.
There it is.
There you go.
So that goes over here to the French.
Goes into the ouchie pile.
Yeah, it goes into the ouchie pile.
Yeah, I just had to
There we go.
change
And
my
that
zoom around.
drops it to 9.
And then these guys, they're not in range, are they?
Nope.
All right.
These guys all moved. They moved.
Moved.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we move down.
That's all my shooting.
All right, Doug.
All right.
Looks like you got a shot
So-
there from von Sieben.
Von Sieben. It's like it's on von Kaiser.
I would think. Yeah. Ooh, and that's 3. That's inside 3. So
Yep.
7 dice. You need 6s.
Mm-hmm.
A hit, a palpable hit.
One hit.
Yep.
There, I got the Elan updated, I think.
We follow the Hasdrubal rule.
Yes, I did.
Right. Stengel
So okay, so now
on Thierry.
Stengel on Thierry. So 6 again. 7 dice. You need
Yep.
6s.
So I'm gonna leave the door open for a minute.
Nothing.
Not a 1.
Mm-mm.
Not
0.
a 1.
They moved in.
Not a 1.
Did
All right.
Whoa.
Oh, you're not gonna like this then.
The much unpleasant. So that is 6 dice.
Lorenz.
6 dice for 6s on von Riese.
Yeah, have some of that.
Take that, mister.
One hit.
Yep.
Yep. Got it. Same deal from Das Tabernereth.
Did
I
he
imagine,
move?
Doug. I don't
Was
think
he a mover that? No, he was
No,
not a.
no,
yeah,
was
he?
yeah, he was. He
Okay.
He turned.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
he rotated. He rotated so he could fire.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So yeah.
You got range anywhere else? I don't think you do.
Oh boy, do we?
Do you? Oh, you
Boy,
do. Look
howdy.
at that. Look at that. So,
Boy, howdy.
Barba Negre, 5, have to 3, plus 1, 4. 4 dice, a bonus.
Yep, on von Neustadt.
Guys, I gotta call it a night.
All right, you be good.
Yeah,
out there.
let me wrap up this and that's
Yeah,
about
actually,
where
this
I
is
am,
the
too.
bottom of the turn, Mike.
Okay.
So if you want to hang for it.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. Yep, I got 5 minutes.
Yep, that's all it is.
4
4 dice,
Four of
but
them.
with a bonus.
or with a bonus. There you go.
Ooh.
There's 2 of them.
Ooh,
There's 2 of them.
That's
Ooh,
rough.
that takes him down to 2.
To 2, yeah.
He's getting roughed up. really
Ervo,
bad.
same deal. Actually, von Neustadt is closer.
Checking. Ooh, that's close. They're the same. They're the same. So you can pick.
Von Neustadt.
I thought you might. So we
Yeah.
look over here at Hervo. 6 attached, so it's halved 3 plus 1. Yep, 4 with a bonus.
There's 1.
Ooh, there was a window there. There was a window there for a bigger victory than that, but still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's fatigued now. He can't.
Yep, he can't do much of anything except shoot, I suppose.
Right.
And not look at the other guy. And
Right.
now you got a boatload of shooting over here, but not
Yep.
not this guy, but these two.
Not that guy, but 15th line.
15th line. 15th line.
7
says-
dice.
Good lord.
There's 1.
I feel like we should have done something with this, Mike. I really do. 3 dice.
Yeah, just
Yeah, 3 dice.
3 dice from Gilly.
There's one.
Oh, you jerk. He is now.
We need Velker to jump in here and help
Yeah,
us out.
Velker, for
next
the love
time,
of God, we need you, man.
Actually, we just need your dice rolling.
We need your dice rolling, brother.
Okay, we need your brain too. Who am I fooling?
Velker just wandered by. He's ready to click a die roll or whatever anybody wants.
It is honestly like a holy
better
mission
believe
of
it.
mine. It is a holy mission of mine
Why you bully him?
To do what?
to spank people who do the I'm going to take my light cavalry around your rear.
Hey, you got 3 infantry brigades that are not advancing down anywhere else.
Yeah, I'm staring at
Yeah. Tied up for quite
Have you noticed that the 3rd Corps isn't really advancing at all?
It's because
Tied up chasing cavalry.
they're gonna personally punch the ticket of von Stutterheim. They're coming over here to say, "Hey, von Stutterheim, I don't know what your plan was, but
Right.
oh my goodness." Okay, well I think that's it, and I don't think we have any melees, right?
That is correct.
No melees.
All right. Well, we take.
And everybody remember to clear your dice so we don't get into the.
Oh yeah.
We had a bunch of dice left over.
Those are good. Those are good. I'll get rid of these. Bip, 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 bip.
Boom.
Well, I want to say
just hit the clear on the
yeah. If you hit
rollers
the
and
X
get rid of
button,
them.
it's fine too. Yeah. I'm going to say this just reinforces my profound love of Blucher. This is how this battle played out in my head when I was over there, and I can't give it higher praise than that. You know, the ebb and the flow.
Yeah.
This is great stuff.
No, it's a really good system for that. I promised I would make a plug tonight.
Oh, what's that?
For anyone who is enjoying Blucher.
If you are enjoying Blucher.
Right, and like Napoleonics at this scale, this sort of brigade scale, and sort of the system here, but you don't have somebody to commonly play against. There is a game that has been released by HPS, I'm going to say about 6 months ago now, called Marching Eagles. Been released by HPS Simulations, and it's made, the developer is Paul Ruffle, the same guy that did Ancient Wars, if you remember those.
I do.
It is a brigade scale area movement Napoleonic war game, and probably tomorrow, assuming that everything goes well, we're going to see the 1.06 release, which has completely redone maps.
Oh.
And if you're familiar with the maps that Ezra's working on for his game,
sure,
that have that sort of period feel to them, the new maps in Marching Eagles look very, very similar. He's also completely redone the artwork on all the counters. So it's really nice, high quality Napoleonic artwork. All the leaders now have appropriate faces. And the counters have been made to look like blocks.
What?
Yes. So, well, yeah, it might be that somebody who's played a few of these games might have been suggesting some things to Paul as we went along. But so it's got a little bit of the Command and Colors look.
Sure.
Really great fast play system that feels a great deal like Blucher when you play it.
Cool.
And it is available at the princely sum of $25.
I'm an owner. I'm an owner. I will say that I'm looking forward. I did not know that these upgrades are coming. This is a surprise. Let me catch up. Let me catch up with the chat very quickly. I've read. Oh wait, Christopher. Yes, it is. I wish to know what you mean by that. Red, you prefer March Attack. I don't, and I will tell you why. And I will be very, very specific. Oh, an Upper Crust of Life. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. My God, it's hard to keep up. March Attack is that one level of extra detail down that I don't like. I have read March Attack. I have read it very carefully, and I just think that Blucher manages this better. I realize that's subjective, but the other thing is, and if you think I'm not doing it, you're mistaken. You can't. Well, you can, but I don't recommend it. You can't play Wagram readily with March Attack. You can play it with Blucher, and we're gonna. But in addition, and the biggest thing of all, there is sitting, waiting for all of us who are playing tonight, Scharnhorst, which is a campaign system for Blucher, which allows you to set up the battles. You know, you actually play through a very simple board game-like experience that then leads you to the battlefield. And I really, really want that to happen. But let's take a quick. Uh-oh. My wife is praising your insights into this upgrade. She's familiar with the game. So she says, well done. Glad that you're a guy who's been involved with that. Check it out. So let's have a look through the battlefield. First of all, Jason, for a first-timer, well done.
Thank you.
This does not make me happy, is what this doesn't. And what I'm referring to is this. That core driving at my flank does not make Mike and I disapprove of that. So we're gonna stand here and fight for that. So let's look at the overall situation. Over here at Oberleichling, we've got the Austrians who, how are we doing? Looks like we got some good elan going on. And there's been some shooting. So a lot of shooting, a lot of messing, but as we can see, Doug is massing the 3 Corps over there. So that fight is very much underway. Unfortunately, as Doug correctly observed, even though we do have the advantage of the Grosse Laube right there, you know, we do have that river blocking this flank. We do have, really, let's be honest, the French own this flank now. I mean, right. I don't know what these boys.
Yeah, there's 2 Corps coming in on that flank.
Yeah, so they're pounding away. We are sitting here defending that, and here come the Grenadiers. Here comes the Brigade Rohan. So they're going to march in and they're going to do their thing. So this one is far, far from over, no doubt about it. The morale score is 11 for the French and 9 for the Austrians. It is currently turn. Am I correct to say that we should be flipping this to turn 19?
Yeah. We should. We're at the 19.
Yeah, we're at the 19th turn, so there's only 12 turns to go. So we've made some good
progress.
Now,
when's this cavalry come in?
What a fine question. Well, actually, to our dear friends, the French, you really should decide that if you want to bring them on before this is all over. Let's grab that French briefing real quick. We find ourselves on turn 18, correct?
Correct.
Saint-Sulpice, if he were to come on, could come on at entry 4. And Saint-Sulpice is already on, correct? I believe that's right.
No.
Oh yeah. Saint-Sulpice is Clément and Gouton.
Yeah.
So Clément and Gouton, they could come in. Saint-Sulpice at 4. Nansouty, who is, well, everybody else, but De France, Doumer, and
Right.
Saint-Germain, they can come in at 3.
Jason, it might not be a bad idea given that they can get their strategic move.
To bring them on where?
To bring them on at 4. Back them up behind that infantry, and then next turn move the infantry out of their way, and then use them to use their strategic move along the road.
But the problem will still be that there's 12 inches off the front here.
Yeah, they'll
Right.
be in line of sight. They won't be able to use their strategic move.
So if we could, I don't know, if we bring them in at 4, then
The problem is there's no point bringing them in at 5 or 6 to take Roking, because he'll be at Roking with the
right. He'll be there
by then.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think bringing them on at 4 makes sense.
Now, you could bring them in on 5 with the idea that they're basically going to guard the flank of this infantry assault, which is also not a bad idea, right? I mean, not taking you're not going to really take Roking with them, but having them out here keeps him from deciding he's going to move those grenadiers around in a flanking move. So it might be worth holding them one turn.
Yeah.
Would you believe I'm being given homework by our viewers?
On the next turn, will we be able to bring them in on 5?
I just, by the way, for Red Sax's benefit, I have just put a link to Marching Eagles into the chat. So that was a request. I repeat, we're probably the only, well, I don't know, that's true, but the only narrow cast of Wargaming that actually gets told, please let us know where this product is in the comments. So there it is. So to answer your question, Jason, we will find out precisely.
Yeah, actually, if you brought him in on 5 next turn, because he can't get there in one turn, you could probably get there.
I am sitting right here.
Guys, I do have to get going. So
Yeah, you do.
I
So
will
you
talk to you all later.
Take care, Mike. We'll see you.
Yep. Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too.
I mean, I could have done this. We could have had this chat in Steam chat, but for the benefit of the audience.
Yeah, no. Well, frankly, I think we should sort it out so that if you choose to come on, we're ready to go. To answer your question, this is, again, turn 18. I'm looking at the arrival chart. Saint-Sulpice in 18 arrives at 4. Nansouty arrives at 3. Next turn, Saint-Sulpice arrives at 5, and Nansouty arrives at 4.
Right.
So yeah, you just keep sliding up.
Yeah, I think I'll wait a turn.
All right, so you're going to park your reinforcements for one turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about 5 brigades of very, very, very high quality cavalry.
Yeah, and man, if nothing else, even if we don't, move him to, even if we don't take Roking before he does, having heavy cavalry out on this flank really doesn't do a lot of good for his position around Eggmuhl. He's now got a flank exposed to a cavalry attack.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to hold those guys a little bit. Now, he's got 3 brigades of heavy cavalry parked back here. So, he's going to try and do something with that, but...
I think keeping the cavalry in, maybe on this side, and maybe in reserve on this side.
Yep. Yep, makes a lot of sense to me.
We've had 2 separate calls in the chat to make sure that we finish this battle, so we will absolutely do that. No, this one is my love of Blucher is very great and is not diminished by games like this, no doubt about it. Let me get a real quick shot of the state of the battle from this angle. Let me spin over here then to Armchair Dragoons, such as we have it. Great. Well, anyway, thank you so much to Mike, who's had to head out, to Jason, to Doug, and to everybody that came out. This was a great one. This is why we do it. It's a great system, it's a great game, and it's great friends and a good time. So thank you so very much. Please continue to join us. Again, as always, we love to have new people play. That's how Jason found us, and it's how other people have made their way onto our tabletop. So we're over at armchairdragoons.com. Show up in the forums, introduce yourself, and perhaps you too will join us for the Saturday night fights. In the meanwhile, again, gentlemen, thank you so much, and please, everyone, have a great night.